It's been a minute,
Yeah,
but
it's
last
been a minute.
session we got some cool swag.
So last session, we
just started moving into the ship.
we went to a card game with a guy, and he had a bounty on him, and we wanted that bounty. So we all, well, not me, I was just kind of there, but everyone else kind of set up this plan to ambush this guy at the card game, and then he ambushed us at the ambush, and then we ambushed his ambush, and then he died, and then we got his money, and then we bought a ship.
Bounty for him and bought the ship. So
That's roughly accurate, yeah.
That is roughly accurate.
We got a down payment on the ship. We're still a little bit in debt.
I swear to God, I'm gonna have to like start writing up like a Clone Wars-esque, rehash of what happened last week now.
that was pretty much what happened. I mean, we
You
went
have to
and found
title
out-
it though. You have to be like
we found
last
out
week.
The bounty
yeah,
hunter
no,
that
no.
attacked our ship wanted, and we got it on the game, and we killed him and his boys because he had little Jawas helping him, or what looked like Jawas,
Big
Yep.
job.
and we killed all of them. Killed all of them and took his body back to the guy, and we took the head, and they gave us money. We bought a ship, and that's as far as we gotten.
Mhm. We should probably handle
Master
this.
Braychak, I was just gonna say Master Braychak changed a little bit, but he's the same, but he's different.
Yeah, well, so he changed a little bit. I will ask you this, because the way I introduced your character probably doesn't make sense for who your character is now. Would you like to have been part of the crew the entire time?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
All right, that's a way easier explanation for what you're doing here.
Race is he? What race is Braychak?
So, yeah, tell us a little bit about Braytac then, the new Braytac, new and improved.
Actually, let me pull it up since it's
Still has that new Braytac smell.
I'm a Caltunian, and I'm a hired gun marauder. So basically, I'm the hired muscle for jobs, and I'm not really good with blasters and blah blah blah. So I don't use that. So I just carry around a big sword and I whack people with my sword, and that's about all I do. I'm not incredibly smart, not incredibly dumb, but I'm kind of here. I'm very large, very brawny. I'm here to whack people with my very large sword and with my dog. She's not in this, but yes.
I believe your politician is the most heavily armed politician in the galaxy.
Excellent.
Basically, you send me out in the front to charge the guy with my sword, and that's what I do.
Yeah, one of those guys.
All we need is a big red button.
And when I'm not doing that, I'm on the ship firing the guns. That's what I do.
Very nice. Alright, now that that's been handled, would everyone like to type $RW in chat?
Oh yes, thank you.
I gotta pull out.
No, it's DR that you want us to.
Oh, that's right, it's DR. I mean, those would do the same thing, but yes.
Do we have to reset it or anything, or did we do that last week?
We did it last week. I did it at the end of the session in case we forgot. Yeah, it's $, not question mark.
Oh, that's right, we changed it. Sorry.
$R
$,
$,
Delta
DR.
Space Romeo.
I love that you thanked me, because, you've been reminding me to do it the past 2 times.
Well, what the fuck did we change it?
We didn't change it, I just misremembered what it was. When I said we changed it, I mean, when we were...
A long time ago.
So is this an actual roll, or does it just give a certain amount per player?
It's an actual roll. You can see the little white hexagons. That's representing the D12 it's rolling.
Oh, okay. So it just happened to be equal, roughly.
Roughly, yeah.
We happened to roll exactly 7 and 7. Perfectly balanced.
But we
Yours
don't
was
want...
balanced out.
The
We
campaign
don't
is
want
over.
dark
You've restored
side.
yeah.
We
You've
don't
restored
want
balance
dark
to the
Everybody
side,
force.
though, right?
No, you want light side, I want dark side.
Oh, you're
Even if we were the baddies.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, we're not good people. Hey, this is not a good crew.
But even
What are
if
you
we were
talking
the
about?
baddies, the dark side.
We
points
just
out
took out some
that,
criminal scum. We're perfectly, upstanding
Legitimate
individuals.
businessmen.
Yes, we're upstanding
We're
galactic
upstanding
citizens.
Imperial soldiers.
No, we're not soldiers. We're not.
Well, we're not soldiers.
We're not keepers
We're
of peace
citizens.
We are Imperial.
We're back.
We are enterprising individuals.
Something like that. Anyway, so yeah, you guys got revenge on the guy who attempted to hijack your ship. You turned in the bounty on him. You bought a new ship of your own. You're still on Talang. What do you do?
Well, so if I recall, we have the data recording to go to Nar Shaddaa, and apparently there's like two people that are interested in it. There's this Intergen security company and some Hutt that also wanted. The Hutt's the guy who paid the pirate to come after us to intercept it. We were originally doing the run for Intergen.
Yes.
So
The fact that we're heading-
to go.
The
So we
fact
could,
we're heading to Nar Shaddaa is going to be a problem, because that is a moon of Nalhutta, the current Hutt,
I assume that's like obvious to everybody.
Everyone knows
Information.
that. That is very
Okay.
common knowledge.
Mhm.
Coming up, yes.
On the other hand, the Hutt did pay him to shoot our ship down.
and the Hutt doesn't
I-
know that we're the guys that lived and have the data.
No,
Yeah, we
But
can
I like holding a
negotiate.
grudge.
If one thing Hutt will do is negotiate.
Yeah, especially if we're
Yeah.
holding a thermal detonator.
Do you know that thermal detonator would have actually killed Java?
So I guess the real question is, what do we know about this Intergen security company?
Absolutely nothing. You have never heard of them before.
Okay.
Actually, there's one thing I'm pretty confident of. They are probably less scary than the
I
Hutts.
wouldn't have heard of it.
They could be a
It's
front
medical
for
supply.
they could be a front for Imperial Black Ops. So I wouldn't necessarily say the Hutts are scary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you don't want Imperial intelligence on us. That's not the need.
Yeah, I heard that you
Oh,
dirty thing.
I don't particularly want to do business with any Hutts, but they are probably the more likely large threat.
Wait,
Well,
we're talking
I'd
about
say
The other thing is, they were willing to shoot us to take this, so I have the feeling that they don't really want to pay what it's worth, so much as they just want to kill us and take it.
Wait, we're talking about doing that mission for him?
Well, we have two options.
gonna sell
We have
the
this
other
valuable
$100.
piece of, plot item that we were originally, on the original ship, our captain was contracted to deliver to Intergen. But we also found on the body of the pirate we killed, pirate we bountied, a message from a Hutt who apparently had paid him to take us out and take this item, presumably paying the pirate less than what the pirate would get, turning it into Intergen.
Oh wait, this is the same item, so the Hutt wants us to give
There's-
him
yeah, there-
this item.
Exactly, there are two people who want this one item, and we have a
Tell me who the first was again. I missed that because I was.
Intergen Security Resources.
So that was our original mission.
That was the original mission we had on our original ship.
Oh yeah, then fuck the Hutt. Try to have us killed. Fuck the Hutt.
I mean, as long as Intergen is not, funding the, I guess at this point it would be the New Republic, then I'm totally on board.
Whether it's the New Republic or not depends on your political stances.
It's fair.
I have a sword. I don't do political.
If this company's funding terrorists, I would rather work with the Hutts.
I thought the Hutts were terrorists.
Well, the Imperials leave the Hutts alone, though.
They're criminals.
The Hutts are gangsters.
That's fine.
The Hutts are gangsters.
I'll take criminals over terrorists any day.
What, you don't like the underdogs?
They are dogs.
So you're a Imperial simp, eh?
See, the bigger issue I have is that in neither case do we know how much we're supposed to be getting paid.
How would we not know that from the first mission?
Well,
Because it was our
maybe-
captain who was an NPC that died.
maybe we should go somewhere else that's not Nar Shaddaa and get this item appraised.
The problem is it's encrypted. It's a data packet.
Okay, so get it appraised and then airlock the person who appraised
So
it.
who knows? So who has enough streetwise to know somebody in another planet besides Nar Shaddaa that can get this done?
Problem is
Well,
it's
that's
data. Once they have a copy of it, there's nothing stopping them from taking it elsewhere.
let's consider the bigger picture, though. Do we want to work for the Hutts or do we want to work for these blokes? You know.
I would rather not work for the Hutts if we can help it. The Hutts are vile creatures. No, thank you. So if I have a say in it, I would prefer us just give it to this engine security resources and start setting up good rapport with Imperial companies.
I don't know that that's an
Republic
Imperial company, but as long as they seem above board, that's fine with me.
Yeah, or the New Republic. You know, bureaucracy goes on.
There's
So-
not a New Republic right now, though, is there?
There is.
Wait, after what?
This is right after. We're right after.
It's
This is
been a
post
year
Endor.
since the Battle of Endor.
Oh,
Yeah,
The Emperor is dead, and things are not going well for the Empire right now.
long live the king.
Which explains why my character and Under's character are in the shipwreck.
So, I have a question. Do Hutts tend to share power?
Yes and no. The Hutt Society operates on a clan system, so they share power within and amongst the clans.
Let me
However-
rephrase the question then. So, if we get in good with the Hutts, really we just end up being grunts for the Hutts, and we're never really going to be much more than that to them. Whereas working with the
True.
corporate guys, there might be some advancement opportunities there.
Tell you what, if you want to roll knowledge underworld to see exactly how the Hutts do business, you could do that.
yeah, let's do that. I don't know anything. I have a sword.
I mean, I can do that. I would first ask around the party and see if anyone's a little more knowledgeable about how, this type of thing works. Because I'm more of the highfalutin type guy. I don't really have a whole lot of knowledge of, black markets and underworld shit.
Underworld now.
I would advise against getting in bed with a Hutt.
Yeah, they tend to
There's
crush
no-
people.
There is no context
Yeah,
in which you
sorry.
make a deal with a Hutt where you come out any way on top.
let me tell you something. When you get in bed with a Hutt, when they turn over, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we need the role then. It sounds like we really want to go with the corporate guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we're not going for that. No,
Wait, how many ranks does anybody
I
have?
find
in
them
knowledge?
physically revolting. So tell me.
0 ranks.
0 ranks.
I've got 2 greens.
No.
I have 3 greens. Yeah, I think we
I have
all
4 greens.
dislike
What
the
about
criminal
Underworld?
underbelly enough that we're probably gonna just
Yeah,
not do that.
there is more information that I could give you if at least one of you knew more about this specific topic, but alas.
What is the? We're talking about Underworld knowledge.
If you want, I'll make a roll for it.
You can try. I mean, any of you might know this. It's more like if one of you had a couple ranks in it, you might just know it. You might also know it even if you don't, but you'd have to roll for it. I would,
What?
if you want to
what
roll for it,
skill is
make a
this?
roll with no difficulty, and we'll just decide what you know based on how well you do.
What skill is this?
Knowledge underworld. Yeah, so you don't know a ton about the Hutts in particular, but you know that they have, or rather, you know that they care a lot about their reputation. You think that if somebody in their position had tried to have you killed, there would be a good way to put this. Like, they would probably begrudge you just for continuing to live. Like, they would take it as an insult to their pride. Or so you've heard.
Right.
So we're starting on the negative on the rep meter.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you think based on the fact that this guy apparently hired someone to kill you, he probably doesn't like you that much.
We don't like him either.
Leg gasp. Disliked already.
This is fun.
That means we have an enemy that'll constantly be hounding us.
Till we nuke him from
Singing
orbit.
out,
How much
running
influence
us
do
with
the
a
Hutts?
blaster in a bar.
How much influence do the Hutts actually have outside of Hutt space?
That depends. The criminal underworlds on a lot of planets, especially places like Tatooine, for example, are usually run by a Hutt crime lord, if not by some other crime lord.
Are they
Their
currently run by
influences-
Boba Fett?
I'll get back. I don't remember exactly when The Mandalorian takes place. I'm going to play it safe and say that Bib Fortuna is running things in Mos Eisley right now.
I can safely tell you, Pete, that The Mandalorian takes place well after Endor.
Yeah, so it's Bib Fortuna right now. But in a lot
So
of
we can
places
start
similar
fucking
to
up the
Tatooine,
timeline if we go gank Bib Fortuna.
I mean, look,
And
you
we
do
run
it.
Road
Tatooine,
trip.
right?
Why does everybody want to run Tatooine?
Yeah,
It's a
but
fucking
then somebody
shithole.
else will be
I
Yeah,
don't
running
want to
seriously.
run Tatooine at all, but it would be funny to kind of just go over there and just like put Bib Fortuna in a ditch.
We can go there to make it even more of a shithole,
I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
but we can make it happen faster.
Local mercenaries hijack Star Destroyer, bombard surface of Tatooine. Population notices no change in quality of life.
Tatooine just exists purely to be, a super weapon testing ground
Sports.
with live targets.
I think you're thinking of Alderaan.
Yeah.
Harris.
The primer. Oh god, poor fucking Tars.
We don't talk about that.
Anyway, what are you doing?
So,
I'm gonna go get comfy on the ship.
yeah. We're getting the ship fueled up, getting all the supplies for it. I marked off the credits. Is there like a market terminal here where I can see like relative prices on like this planet and like other planets like Nar Shaddaa, and see if there's any cargo that we could buy here and sell there for more?
There is, and yes, there is. I don't know if you've looked at the new version of the handbook that has a system I came up with for handling that. So there is a system for handling that.
Just flip through real quickly. I did not see that.
It's all right. I mostly just put
There,
that there for your
trade.
reference. I'm going to handle it.
Okay. Let's see. Done using negotiation for legal goods. Yeah, we're going to stick with the legal side of things for now. Only break one law at a time, guys. We're handling hot data, so let's not handle hot goods.
I had to come up with this myself. There's some stuff in the book for this, but it's not super great. So I was just like, all right, I need some quick and dirty way of handling this, and this is what I came up with.
Right, so it seems like we can buy one unit of cargo for 25 at a rarity of 6, and we can upgrade the rarity to... Sorry, I'm not sure why we'd want more rare stuff.
So this probably isn't going to make a ton of sense if you're not familiar with how rarity works in this game. The simple way to explain this is that there's a check at each end. There's a check to buy and a check to sell. And the better you do on the check to buy, the more value you can store per encumbrance. So you can basically doing well at the check to buy allows you to carry more value in goods, and then doing well at the check to sell lets you get a higher profit margin. And the amount of profit margin you get is determined by the difference in rarity modifiers of the place you are buying from and selling to. Rarity of 6 is just used to determine the difficulty of the check to buy and sell.
Okay. So, let's say I have 225 credits to spend on cargo.
Mm-hmm.
So I would roll the negotiation here. That's how many units of cargo space that eats up.
Yeah.
And then when we arrive at Nar Shaddaa, I would make another check to sell it, and that tells me how much profit I make.
Yes. I'll do the math for you, because it is... I did it in sort of a roundabout way, using the game's existing systems, but it's not super complicated. But I will do the math.
Okay.
So if you would like to do that...
in collapse, so the galactic market is in collapse as well, right?
Sort of. It's definitely worse than it used to be when the Empire was in better shape. The Emperor dying has kind of made things really shitty, just everywhere for the Empire. There was already rampant mismanagement under the Empire, but it's just gotten worse now.
It's transitory, guys.
Okay.
It'll be fine, just buy the dip.
Right. So if you would like to buy bulk trade goods here, that would be a difficulty 3 negotiation check.
Okay. And I just want to be clear, let's say I have a 1 success at each side. That is a guaranteed profit, if I understand your system.
So the guaranteed profit comes at the selling end. Success at the buying end just allows you to carry more value for less encumbrance. So if you wanted to load your ship's hold all the way up, then the more successful you are at buying, the more value you can store in there.
Okay, but that's 3,500 credits at the nominal value.
Yeah, if you're not loading the ship all the way up, it doesn't matter as much, or at all.
Right, so I'm just gonna buy what free trade goods I have.
Yeah.
For credits, so that's what I say, 225.
I sort of made this with the assumption that you would be attempting to make as much money as possible.
Well, I am going to be trying to make shockingly, we are going to be trying to make as much money. Anyway, so difficulty 3, you said?
Our own empire.
Yes.
I'll be back in a minute.
Ooh, okay. So if you look at the end there, it says that the failures and advantages, or failures and threats have the inverse effect, but the trade still goes through. So you generated 2 failures and 7 advantages, assuming you spend those to cancel those out. That would be 4. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you're not filling the ship all the way up. So, yeah, it actually doesn't matter. This check is mostly for if you're trying to load the ship all the way up with as much goods as you can carry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're able to buy as much value in goods as you can afford.
Okay, so 225 in cargo.
Yep, just write that down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to note that you bought that on Delang, which has a rarity modifier of... Check here. Delang has a rarity modifier of +1.
Alright, so I just put in my cargo listing on that, trade goods from Delang, rarity +1, 9 units at encumbrance 1.
Yeah, the encumbrance doesn't matter unless you're... Or it won't matter now because you're, your ship's hold is not full. That's more for like doing proper bulk trading. That's really the only purpose of that check.
Mhm.
Assuming you're going to Nar Shaddaa, that would be in Ecumenopolis. So that would be a rarity modifier difference of 4, which means a base profit margin of 40%.
Neat. Okay.
Wait, we're going to Nar Shaddaa? Is that where the
Mm.
corporation is?
So, full
Yes.
disclosure, that's what I prepared for today.
Well, we should probably head to Nar Shaddaa. Maybe we'll find some intel on what we can do with this item.
Yeah,
Or we
let's
just
go.
take it straight to those guys and sell it blindly.
Now, since we know that a hut is after this cargo, we should probably be on guard, you think?
Might help.
I've heard worse ideas.
Huts are not known to giving up once they place a bounty on someone.
They're definitely
My,
not the
uh,
giving type.
My sword is always ready to go.
Can you jump out of the ship into space and fight with a sword?
Not yet.
All right, get back to us.
Soon. TM. Soon. TM.
GM.
TST.
Okay.
All right. You have bought some trade goods. Is there anything else you're doing?
Now I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, if you want to go, you have a ship.
All right,
go.
sit down and buckle
Right.
up.
All right. Where are you going?
Nar Shaddaa.
Cool. All right. Let me break out the part of the book that handles this. Okay. So let's see here. Sublight travel takes 1 hour to travel between a planet's surface and orbit, 1 hour to travel between orbit. And safe jump distance. Yep. So you spend 2 hours heading out to safe jump distance, and then you can attempt to make the astrogation check to go to Nar Shaddaa. Let me break out the map here.
Our pilot is not here.
The pilot is not here.
Don't we have like 4 pilots?
Yeah, I'm a decent pilot.
The one thing is that this is not going to be piloting; it's going to be astrogation.
Yeah, I don't have any ranks in astrogation.
I'm
I
less
have-
good at that, but I'm not incompetent.
I have 1 yellow, 1
I
green.
have
If anyone
four-
beats that,
I did
Green.
stay at a
have 4
Holiday Inn
greens
Express
in
last night.
astrogation.
All right. Well, it's a well-established route to a nearby system, so the
I have
difficulty is only
4
one.
greens. I have 4 greens, so
Okay, sure, the doctor can do it.
Somebody's got to make the calculations to jump to light speed.
It's a bummer that Cece's not here for this.
Yeah.
I don't think CC would have a great astrogation.
No, she made her character a pilot. They're at least decent at it.
Yeah, but do you think CC would know what astrogation does?
I think I did tell her what it does. I thought she put ranks.
so what do I roll? 4 green and
4 green and 1 purple because the difficulty is just 1.
wait, can I help? Because I have a yellow.
Please don't kill us all.
Wait, you have a.
Wait. What's he rolling?
Hold on a minute. Aiden, you have a rank in astrogation?
Yes,
Okay. What is your total roll for astrogation?
1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, so this can be skilled assistance. So you can use Aiden's skill with Tenorok's ability. So Tenorok, I think, has 4 green, and Aiden has 1 skill rank. So it would be 1 yellow and 3 green against 1 purple.
Who's flying the ship?
I assume Tenorok.
I
Not
don't
me.
see that.
Or whoever's good at piloting, I don't know.
I'm
Probably
decent at
Liana.
Yeah, probably her since I'm hanging on engineering. Because I only got 1 yellow in piloting space.
His
All right, let's see.
Tenorock is Turk Inaro Kissy. I don't know if you can see that, but
Why is it
It's-
called a different name then?
so that's the way Chiss do their names. You take the the last letter of that first part before the apostrophe, then the entire thing in the middle, and then the first letter after. And
That
that's
doesn't make any sense.
that's the core name for that.
Yeah,
Chiss.
it's Rook.
My characters would be Zasha, but I'm not using that.
Yes, but no, we don't say that, and y'all shouldn't say the cutoff name in our presence because we might not enjoy that.
Call you Turt? I don't. You're being too fancy. I'm not very smart.
For you, then, Braytech, you may call me Tenrook.
For example, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn's full name. The Thrawn is there in the middle.
Wait, hold on. I'm curious about this lore shit here. So, hold on. How would we say Mister's character's name?
Tenorock.
You would probably just call him by his core name, Tenorock.
We're getting too fancy here.
And we'd call Tix.
Zasha.
But she goes
Okay.
by Tix anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the middle section with the first consonant before the apostrophe. Right?
And the first consonant after.
It doesn't have
Okay.
to be. It doesn't have to be the first. It doesn't have to be a consonant. It just has to be the first
Those
one.
those
before
are the
apostrophe.
relevant letters for Thrawn.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's just
I don't know if this is
relevant
entirely
letter.
correct, but it's the stuff between the apostrophes plus the. I think it's the phoneme
One on either
immediately
side.
before and after.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
so the calculations for light and speed go exactly according to plan, and in fact, you get there just a little bit faster than you would have otherwise, and you exit at like an opportune location for touching down on Nar Shaddaa. The entire trip takes one whole day in hyperspace. So let's see here.
So that's 4 fuel cells.
That is 4 fuel cells. Thank you, Under.
I guess I'll just make sure everything is all spick and spam in the engineering room.
Yeah, I
Oh,
spend
we
the
have
entire
plenty
time
lately.
locked in my quarters.
I'm polishing my sword.
So I guess he also spends his entire time locked in his quarters.
God, what a weird. God, at times this party feels like a group of 6 rogues all looming in the 4 corners of the room.
Well, that's why we build the ship with pentagons, so that people can loom into 5 corners.
Anyway, so you exit hyperspace in orbit around Nar Shaddaa, the smuggler's moon. And there's a blurb somewhere. I'm just going to assume that you come down from orbit at some point. So yeah, here I'll read this. I went to the trouble of writing it. Nar Shaddaa is a glittering ecumenopolis covered by vast skyscrapers that form its surface-spanning vertical city. The moon's thick atmosphere keeps it shrouded in near perpetual night, only giving way to a ruddy half-light around the middle of the day. The city's towers are interwoven with a latticework of walkways and plazas connecting docking spires and apartment complexes to shopping centers and luxury suites for the ultra-rich. Far below, vertical slums sprout up between the towers like weeds growing from cracked pavement. Often called the Smuggler's Moon, Nar Shaddaa is a haven for criminals, gangsters, and outcasts of all sorts, earning it its title as the capital of the galactic underworld. The moon is ruled independently by the Hutt clans through their special relationship with the Empire, which allows nearly all forms of commerce to flourish, no matter how unsavory. They say there's nothing you can't find on Nar Shaddaa, if trouble doesn't find you first.
Would it be assumed I've been there before being a hired gun mercenary? At least
Sure,
once?
why not?
Very good. I say I've been here before, and then I say I don't answer questions.
I don't believe I will ever have been here before. It's not a
Anyway,
place
I'll
you
accept
can
my
find it.
Pulitzer whenever. So yeah, you I assume you're coming down into the atmosphere of Nar Shaddaa, so you can land somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, do we know which
Yeah.
part of the planet we want to land on? Or the moon?
That depends on where you're going.
I propose
Zone 27.
Oh,
So, Zone 27, followed by that really fucking long number, will lead you to a specific location on Nar Shaddaa, if that is
So
where
do
you're
we-
going.
Is there like a command system that we have to check, or landing procedures or any of that?
So, actually, I'm glad you asked. So, when you enter Nar Shaddaa's atmosphere, your Navicomputer interfaces with the planet's traffic handling system, and it shows you a display of all of the different sky lanes that you're allowed to travel in. And if you want to transfer between them, you have to use the Navicomputer to request a transfer. You can get stuck in traffic in the air.
I like traffic.
And so we're just flying our ship into the star lanes,
Yeah. I mean, that's how ships
Between
travel
our
around on Ecumenopolis.
right? So I'm assuming our ship is large, right?
It's large. It's not. I mean, there's other large ships going around on Nar Shaddaa. It's
There
not
are
just
larger
like-
ships around here, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like the size
Well,
of
I mean,
the
I'm just saying,
Ebon Hawk or the
I'm just
Millennium
asking
Falcon.
about the sheer getting into traffic in a starship. Is that okay?
No, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, but they'd have specific sky lanes for orbital to landing bay travel. It's
Yes.
just we have to specifically follow the stated routes to avoid interacting with, say,
City
suborbital
traffic and
speeders.
stuff like that.
Yeah, there is enough air traffic going around Nar Shaddaa because it is an Ecumenopolis that you have to follow the specific sky lanes, which your Navicomputer will aid you in doing. That being said, if you're choosing to go where I think you're going, the traffic would not be too bad because it's away from the busier parts of the city.
Too bad for this particular location, because I imagine traffic around here is not great either way.
Yeah.
Like Chicago, you can have light traffic, but it's still Chicago traffic.
Yeah, the other thing is that because you're coming down from orbit rather than traveling horizontally over the planet, it's not as bad as it might be. But yeah, assuming you're going to the address you have for Intergen Security Resources, hold up here, let me read my notes. Yes, this will lead you to a docking spire on the edge of a large industrial zone. The docking spire in question, imagine a big tower on like any one of the big buildings you see in Coruscant in the prequels, and it's got a big opening into it that you can fly your ship into. And then once you're in there, there's a whole bunch of space where you can park to load and unload goods. This is where most docking on Nar Shaddaa, this kind of building, I mean, is how most docking on Nar Shaddaa is done.
Okay.
This particular spire you're at, however, is not there are definitely bigger ones, and this one is kind of out of the way.
As we're coming into dock, the ship has cameras on the outside, right? So we can look around.
Yeah, for parking and whatnot.
Right. Does this appear to be unusual in any ways we're approaching the dock? Is there an unusual large amount of, say, security or dock workers, or are people paying an inordinate amount of interest in us as we are docking?
Not really. There are other ships coming into and out of dock. It's not totally dead, but it's not super busy either. Most of them are coming in to load and unload cargo. They're not just coming into park, although you can do that here.
Right. Okay.
I don't believe Spectre is playing in this campaign.
Spectre, you playing?
I am not.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think we're just docking so we can talk with these talk to these Intergen guys.
Yep.
Technically, we have cargo to unload with the trade goods.
You do. And in fact, if you would like to have done that before you came here, you could do that. There's like, it's simple enough that we don't have to get into the nitty gritty of how it's done.
Okay, so do I just roll negotiation again?
Roll another negotiation. Let me see here. Let me make sure I'm understanding the way I did this correctly. Okay, so base rarity 6. So because you're now on Nar Shaddaa, the difficulty will only be 2.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. So that is more than enough success and advantages to get you to the maximum profit margin of 50%, because you were starting at base 40 by going from a +1 world to a -2 world.
Okay.
And yeah, so however much money you spent on those goods, you get all of that back in credits, plus a profit margin of 50%.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, how much money did you make off of that?
We're about to find out.
We made 10 credits.
So I spent 225. We just sold it for 337.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
A lot of money in this business.
Alright, yeah, so you do that, and then you go to this docking spire.
Yep.
Alright, well, you're here.
Okay.
Well, Captain, I think you've got some business to deal with these guys.
I do. You have the data slate thing, right?
I'll hand it over.
All right. I grab it. Is there like
Do
so?
you have a backup copy?
I only have the one slate. If someone else has one we can copy it to, go right ahead.
Is there a vending machine we can get an empty data slate real quick?
You can have handled that as part of your shopping. Go ahead and pay for that.
So yeah, you could buy a data slate then.
Yeah, their data pads.
And make a
This
copy.
isn't 40K, but
Okay, whatever.
yeah, who cares? Also, there is a detail that I should point out in case you don't remember. The thing you were hired to deliver is not the data pad itself, it's what you got the data from.
I know.
Yeah, but that was not recoverable when we
But
were...
yeah, we weren't able to recover that. This is all we have to recover, so we might get partial payment at least.
Yeah.
And this seemed being like encrypted data hidden inside a carbonized guy. Like it might actually be the rest of the cargo seemed to be more cover for this.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of that cover, which you sold, or that cargo which you sold on Delang, was technically supposed to come here as well, but it's too late for that.
It was unrecoverable.
We salvaged what we could.
We couldn't fit it into the escape pod, so that's why we got the data, because that's what we could fit.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do.
We couldn't fit the rest of it into the escape pod, cut back to us like cramming it in.
We're cutting it into the other escape pod, not the one we came down in.
You won't fit, take the legs off. It's like a sofa, but with a dead body in it.
Twist it. You're not twisting it.
No, your other right.
We're making it
No,
harder.
you gotta lift and shove. Lift and shove, man.
Lift with your back.
The best part is that it had a built-in repulsor lift, which you disabled by destroying the computer.
The problem was the size, if I remember right.
Yeah, it just wouldn't fit. It's too big.
But
I mean-
so Leon was able to get a second data pad and copy the data.
Yeah, that would take like a few minutes. It's a pretty big thing, but
Well, he had like the whole day we were traveling to do it.
oh yeah. No, there's no issue with that.
What about those modifications?
Well, you're on Nar Shaddaa. Would you like to? I mean, why don't we just handle all the shopping you want to do right now, and then we'll move forward with whatever it is you guys do here.
Yeah,
All right. So some people wanted to do. You wanted to do modifications. What did you want?
Okay, so let me bring up that part of the sheet. Okay, so for my weighted part of my power sword and my molecular edge, I want to do the one each modifications for those. There's only one.
Okay. Let's see here. So installing mods requires a check.
Can I find a guy to do them for me?
You can. I haven't decided how expensive that'll be though. Let's see here.
Well, the mods themselves aren't that expensive. How much can the mods be?
The mods themselves are 100 no matter what they are. The problem is that you're paying for somebody else's labor to do this.
I don't think we have anyone that has, what is it, mechanics, you
It's
said?
mechanics.
Does anyone have mechanics?
I have
Not great.
mechanics.
Oh, good. Make Gilbert do it.
I mean, it's a single.
Yeah, but-
It's a single yellow, but I can try.
Yeah, but isn't there a chance to fail and then you can never do it again or something?
Yes, if you fail, you cannot do it again.
To that
Oh
item.
wait,
you
you
just buy
I
another
stepped away for a moment.
Yeah, I think I would prefer buying at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can buy. The problem is the person who you hire is still going to have to roll. It's just that I'm going to roll instead of you.
Yeah, but if he's someone who does it, won't he have a higher skill?
Yes.
If we find somebody who does it well.
And that depends on what you're able to find. However, if you're doing this on Nar Shaddaa, there's probably someone who knows how to do it somewhere.
Or at least somebody who is convincing in saying they know how to do it.
For every one person who knows how to do it, there's 50 con artists who can convince you that they do.
Narshada.
The thing is, like, mechanics is an int skill, and our medic has 4 int, so that 4 int plus someone has 1 rank in it. Those two working together might do really well.
That is true. If one of you has at least 1 rank in mechanics, which I think Brinks does, then them and Tenorok could attempt this check, and they would not be too bad off.
That would be
Well,
great.
I have
All right.
The
four,
artists have a rank.
4 greens in. I have 4 greens in mechanics.
It would be 3 greens and a yellow from Brinks's 1 rank.
I think
in
that is
mechanics.
a pretty solid. I don't know that you're going to find an NPC better than that.
Well, didn't you want to modify your something or other? Or Gilbert or somebody?
I did, but I don't have any immediate plans to do that right now.
To my knowledge, I don't need to roll mod to apply a sling to my gun, do I?
No. So the only things you need to roll for are like the upgrades to mods.
Right.
I don't love the exact terminology that the books use for these. The terminology that the books use is that the attachments you put on your gun are called either attachments or upgrades, depending on what the writers were smoking at the time. And then the upgrades for your upgrades are called mods, which I think is backwards, but whatever.
All right, well, let's do whatever. If they could do it, good job. Let's do.
All right.
Alright.
Well, regardless of whether they succeed or fail, it costs 100 credits, so mark that off somewhere.
All
All
right.
right, I'll take 100.
Yeah, what do I have to roll?
Yellow and 3 green.
So whoever's going to roll it, well, actually, it should be Tenorok because it's his ability. It would be.
Okay.
You have 4 green, so it would be 1 yellow and 3 green against.
You
3
wanna-
purple.
Maybe upgrade that.
Yeah, wait, against what? Sorry?
Against 3 purple. However,
Wait, he said,
Wait,
however.
wait. So how does the rank I have in mechanics help with this?
we'll get to that. Under which is it to flip over a dark side?
Uh,
Is it B?
Delta.
However, because what you're attempting to modify is a sword and you are a doctor, this is not going to come so easily for you.
What?
Can I spend destiny point myself?
You sure can.
What is a destiny point?
If you would like to spend a destiny point, type $D space L in chat. $. The bot seems to be way more responsive today.
Yeah, it does.
I wonder if it was just
So what does that give
undergoing
me?
maintenance. So that upgrades your end of the check. I upgraded the difficulty because this is harder for you because you're not even with Branks's help. This is still going to be difficult for you simply because this isn't really your area of expertise. However, Branks being a
I
Mandalorian
can
will
rewire
probably...
a body. I'm assuming I can rewire a sword.
Well, you don't know exactly how to rewire a sword. However, Branks might know a thing or two about this. So we'll say that that's where your advantage that you just spent a destiny point on comes from.
So what do I roll? A yellow.
So you
green.
upgraded your side, and I upgraded my side. So now it'll be yellow, yellow, green, green, purple, purple, red. Yeah, you succeed. The mod
Hey,
is applied.
I
And
got
we'll not
one
worry
more.
about the thread. All right. Well, that's another... Actually, let me check here.
I gained 1 success and 1 threat.
All right, so applying the second mod increases the difficulty to 4. It was 3 the first time, and it increases the cost to 200.
Oh my god.
So if you want to do this one, it'll be the same check, and I'm going to spend another destiny point on it.
I see no reason we should not spend another as well.
Nah, I would say
I'm not
do it.
involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of wiggle room here.
Alright, I took my credits. Go ahead.
All right. Did
Actually-
you take... Hold on, did you take out another 200?
Yeah, I have 75 left.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So same situation as before. It turns out, Tenarok, that like somehow between you and Branks, you're able to actually you're actually competent at modifying swords. You know what? Maybe you're just so damn good at taking care of your scalpels that blades just come naturally to you a little bit. Okay, so that's not quite right. It should be... I mean, it doesn't matter because you failed. But what were you trying to apply here?
What was that?
Which mod were you trying to apply?
Well, I had 2.
Yeah, which was the second one you were trying to apply?
The damage.
Okay. Let me go to the handbook. The actual which upgrade was this from? Is this from the
Weighted.
the weighted upgrade? Okay. Yep. So yeah, you are unsuccessful, or rather, Tenarok and Branks are unsuccessful in applying the mod, and that mod cannot be applied again to this sword.
Yeah, your sword can't handle the weight.
Yep. You cannot make this sword any heavier.
Alright.
Them's the bricks. Okay,
Oh,
is there any
that-
other shopping or other miscellaneous stuff that you guys want to handle before you continue?
I'm a doctor, not a weaponsmith.
So they failed
Carry a
to
weapon if you don't know how to use it.
apply it, but does that mean do we still have the mod and can it be applied to other weapons?
Let me check the rules. I mean, the money you spent is lost. I mean, so yeah.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, you spent money on... I guess you were trying to make this blade heavier by, installing Somebody in here will know this. What's the name of like a bar that you install along the middle of like the blade of a sword to like give it more heft? That's a thing, right?
I mean,
No.
a bar
No?
across a sword exists, but not to give it more heft. No.
Okay, well, whatever. You were attempting to do something to make this blade heavier, and it didn't work.
Maybe
And
an extended pommel.
yeah, or something.
Yeah, I had to rework where the vibro cells and some of the power was in it.
Yeah, whatever. Well, you spent money trying to make this sword more effective, and it didn't work, and the parts that you purchased are rendered useless.
You tried to fill in the fuller, and it fell out.
There we go.
And now it's emptier.
That was the thing I was thinking of. It's not a bar, it's like a little indent in the middle.
That's the fuller.
Sure. I don't know swords.
It's definitely not this, but a lot of people have called it a blood groove.
Oh, the blood
A
gutter.
gore channel?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
that.
that's exactly
It's not.
what
It's not any of that.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, they fail at doing that. Is anybody else going to do anything?
Why do people call it that?
Misconceptions.
I just need the data pad and then I'm set.
Yeah, I
you
just
left it in.
stand menacingly behind the captain, and off to the side slightly.
There are several of you doing that, I imagine. There's like at least 4 of you.
I like a security
We have
detail.
5 security guards.
Let's do it in ascending order of height.
Tix is 5'10".
6'4".
5'5".
And I think Braytek would probably be doing that as well. No?
Yeah. With a big sword.
All right. So, yeah, you if you want to park your ship at this tower, you can pay the 25 for docking, and that'll cover all of your docking expenses for the whole day. We'll just
Okay.
not worry about that.
That
So-
works.
Yep, you park your ship at this docking spire, and you know that Intergen Security Resources is located here somewhere.
All right. I assume there's like a publicly accessible terminal that has like a directory of companies in the spire.
There is. You know how in shared office spaces there'll be like a plaque on the wall that says this floor, this suite, this company?
Yep.
This building is like that, only way bigger. So instead of a plaque, it has multiple entire kiosks dedicated to giving you this information.
Mhm.
And by searching up Intergen Security Resources, you're able to find the floor that they're on. I'm not going to give myself a headache trying to find out how tall this building is, so we'll just say it's on a certain floor.
It is on the Intergen floor.
Yeah, we'll call it that. I mean, they're not the only company on that floor. This is like a big building.
Right.
Or 104.
Something like that. Yeah, and there are elevators that can take you there.
Okay.
So I guess we move in standard, you know, the bar, the guards on the outside, you know, doing their job.
Yeah, this is a docking spire, so at least one of the elevators is like a cargo elevator that can probably carry all of you at once.
I mean, if we need that to fit everyone, then we'll take that.
I mean, it would be a crowded elevator, right? Otherwise. Yeah, so you go up to the specified floor, and following more directions that the kiosk would have given you, or that you could find on placards on the floor, you travel. Let me check my notes here. Yeah, you travel through a lobby and down a series of rather narrow hallways until you finally find one of those classic Star Wars sliding doors, which is marked Intergen Security Resources with a little, like, wall switch that opens it.
Okay. We go through the door.
Yeah. For one thing, the door is unlocked.
That is handy.
It is handy.
To be clear, I'll just push the button to open the door.
Yeah, you push the button to open the door.
Does it make a really cool noise?
It makes a standard Star Wars door opening noise.
So yes.
Inside,
Standard cool, not really cool.
what you find is an office space. However, it is a very small one. It is also completely trashed. There is like clothing and garbage littered all over the place. Additionally, you can see that there are 2 beds in here, as if like someone had been living in this office, or rather 2 someones. There's also a desk housing 2 computer terminals, which have both been destroyed by blaster fire.
Man, it's somebody's fucking startup.
I pull out my blaster carbine and I start, 5-point room scan.
You can perform a 5-point room scan. However, that's as far as you get, because this entire office is 1 room. There's a bathroom, but it's like one of those little.
Is there a dead body in the bathroom that got drowned in the urinal?
If
Look,
you
there could be,
go on.
I was going to say, there could be a Jawa with a vibro knife in there. Clearing the room.
Yeah, you can dramatically clear your way into that restroom. You do not find any Jawas with vibro knives hiding in the toilet.
No Jawas with vibro knives, but what about Jawas with vibro knives?
Nope. No ortolan in the bathtub.
We're all clear here, Devati.
Are there any bodies here?
There are no bodies other than the ones you are currently inhabiting.
How old does this blaster fire look?
Oh, that's hold on a minute. That I'm gonna say difficulty 3 knowledge warfare.
Ooh.
I have knowledge in warfare. It's a career skill.
Well, if you don't have any ranks in it, that's not gonna help you.
No, I mean, like, I have a rank. I've got
Oh.
yellow-green.
So do I.
And we all know someone who has 4 green and ints.
Am I able to help
4 green.
Liana?
4 green.
Yeah, so the doctor, who is also, just like a really smart guy, combined with the expertise of his Mandalorian friends, could probably figure this out. Go ahead and make the check.
Okay,
It's
so
difficulty 3.
Should I
Actually,
burn a destiny point?
I'm kind of curious. How do these assisting roles work?
The way the assisting roles work is that one character can use their characteristic with another character's skill ranks.
Okay, interesting. All right.
That is skilled assistance. There is also unskilled assistance, which is just you add a boost die.
We give both between the 2 ordos.
This I'm gonna say is like narrow enough that I'm gonna limit it to 1 form of assistance.
Right.
It would be different for something else, but this is just like, how much do you know?
So I roll yellow, green, green, green.
Are you spending a
Purple.
destiny point?
Yeah. Oh, I was asking the party. What does the party think? Is that good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, destiny point.
We have them so we can use them.
All right. Well, go ahead and do it. Spend the destiny point.
And $. What is it for destiny
DL.
point? I see it.
All right. Yeah. Then between the 2 of you, this will be yellow, yellow, green, green, purple, purple, purple. Yeah, you think it's been a while, like at least a week. But I mean, yeah, actually, with that much, you could probably get pretty accurate. You think it's been around a week to 2 weeks, somewhere in that ballpark. It's not like a fresh blaster mark, but it also hasn't like faded at all.
It coincide with about the time our ship was hit.
That was only a few days ago.
That was like half a week.
So
Even
Our
less,
ship
actually. It's
was
only
here.
been... Actually, I should mark that
So a
down.
day to get here, a day to get the bounty out, and a day from when we crashed to when we saw the bounty.
It is currently day 4 of the campaign. It has been 4 days.
this was before. All right.
How long did it take for us to get to that backwater place? About a week?
From where?
Wherever we left with the original captain.
Yeah,
To
from
get to Delang.
Sparana.
That's an interesting question.
Does this coincide with about when we left the first port?
I am gonna say that this journey probably started on Coruscant. So depending on exactly when you joined on, it could have been... I'm not going to do the math according to how long I said hyperspace travel takes. We'll just say that you probably left Coruscant like a month ago.
Right, but we didn't pick up this cargo till some other midway point.
You picked up this cargo
From Sparana.
from Spirana. And that, you think, would have been around... I need to think carefully about this.
So what I'm thinking has happened is the Hutts hit this place, found out where the cargo was, then put a hit on went to get the cargo from wherever we picked it up at, found out it was on our ship, called his buddy the little pirate to bring our ship down and get the crew, the cargo
They really
from
should
us.
have just been patient because we would have brought it right to them. Right
That would line up with your time frame, because you did pick this up, or that cargo up, like a little over 2 weeks ago.
You said there
Yeah,
were
that's-
computers
okay,
here,
that's-
right?
There are computers. That's what you rolled for.
Is there any way we can try to, I don't know, boot the computers back up and try to scrounge information off of any kind of data storage device?
So if you were to try and operate the computers right now, you would find them to be inoperable. However, with your successes on that check, I'm going to say you would be able to tell that you think these computers are intact enough that you could potentially salvage some data from them with the right tools and expertise.
Before you
Take these back to the
Before
ship.
you do that, we might want to check the room for surveillance devices that have noted our presence here.
Also,
I was assuming that our Mandalorian friends here would have done that already.
All right. Well, if you'd like to do that, it's the same as knowing where to put a surveillance device is the same skill set as, or knowing where to find a surveillance device is the same skill set as knowing where to put a surveillance device. So this will be, I'm going to say, difficulty 3 skullduggery.
I am not cunning.
I don't possess skullduggery.
All right, let me dig around. Hold on.
Off of our investigation to the blaster shot, does it seem like on par with Imperial marksmanship, or does it seem like this was some ganger they bought off of the Undercity?
There was literally no way to tell. You think it was probably shot point blank, which almost anyone could have done.
Difficulty
Okay,
3.
can we
These
identify
blaster
what
shots
type
are
of
too accurate for sand people.
This is not a
Only
large.
Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
This
think
is
he
not a
said-
large space. This is like
Oh.
if you can hit a dartboard from 5 feet away, you could have done this.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Nah, it looks fun.
What would it be to salvage computer equipment?
Are you trying to do it right here? Do you have tools with you?
No, I
Take it
mean
back
like
to the
take,
ship.
take out its data storage device.
Look, there's no one here to complain. Let's just bring the whole set of computers back to the ship.
Yeah, so I was going to say these are like those old style computers where the entire thing is in one module, which is probably why they just
The
shut
files
out
are in the computer.
Yes, it's just a box. It's one of those old iMacs. There you go.
Huh.
It's a gumdrop.
Yep.
Just take it back to the ship. We'll break it open.
Yeah, but before we head back to the ship with the computers, kind of just scrounge around the desks at all and see if like they had like a Rolodex or anything.
You sure can.
Yeah.
It's difficulty 2 perception. Believe it or not, there's like... Actually, wait, let me make sure I'm not being stupid here.
Wait, is there a window here, Pete?
No, there are no windows.
Good. Wanted to be certain.
This is an entirely interior space. The kind of thing that you would never ever build. But hey, this is an Arshad.
What's a zoning code?
Zoning code.
Yeah, right.
Can I use like Streetwise for where like I might find a Rolodex or contact info hidden away?
No, this is just perception.
Okay.
Do I
Difficulty
have
2, you said?
Difficulty 2.
All right. Is there anybody that can help with this? Because I'm not very perceptive.
I can give unskilled help.
I mean,
You can
Wait,
always give unskilled
perception? I do
Perception.
have perception with a rank in it.
Okay.
I have a rank. I'm yellow, green, green.
You're better than I am. You should probably be the one to look.
Start looking around the room. We'll give commands instead of search.
With this,
Wait, why
Like,
does
take the skilled
person
help from
without-
Brex.
Why does the person without the rank make the roll?
The person who's using their characteristic makes the roll.
Yeah, they're using their intrinsic characteristic. You're just providing advice based on your knowledge. That's why they make the roll.
Also, I have a rank.
Interesting.
It's
Interesting.
like if I'm trying to fix my car
What's the
and I
difficulty
know
of that?
nothing about like being a car mechanic, but what I'm doing is... Actually, no, that's a bad example. If I'm trying to do carpentry and I know fuck all about carpentry, but you know about carpentry, but you're really weak and I'm really strong, it would be my strength and your carpentry expertise. But I would be the one rolling, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so I have a rank in this already. Am I rolling this? Is someone else rolling it? Am I assisting?
Whoever's characteristic you're using makes the roll.
You should probably use yours.
Okay, that's fine.
I can give you unskilled help if skilled help wouldn't be of any help.
I don't
You
think
can
it
do
would-
both for this one. There's
I
enough room to poke around.
Yeah, I can provide
Okay.
skilled help.
Does that mean I just upgrade one and then add a boost die?
Mhm.
And then what's the difficulty?
Difficulty is 2. Oh yeah. So, with one success, you are able to find something that sticks out to you.
Hey, check it out.
So, tucked in the back of a drawer from one of the desks, and this drawer has been taken out of the desk and is now on the floor. Like, you know how, like, pieces of paper, like a small piece of paper, can get, like, stuck in the bottom of the drawer at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, back there you find a little slip, which is a parking validation for an airspeeder. And it has the transponder code to that airspeeder printed on it.
Oh, handy.
There's also something which you wouldn't have even had to roll to find, which I probably should have read off, but I completely forgot to, which is that sitting underneath the door, right when you come into this place, is a stack of, like, red pieces of paper complaining that the occupants have not paid their rent.
Do these happen to have names on them?
Yes, there are several of them. They do not have the occupants' names. However, they do have the name of the company which owns the property.
Which is not Intergen?
No, Intergen is the tenant.
This is the landlord asking for rent.
Intergen is listed as the tenant on the on these red pieces of paper. The owner, I have it here somewhere, is a company called Kolutau Holdings. Which you think is probably some kind of private real estate conglomerate. Additionally, with those 4 advantages on the check, you can also tell definitively that someone has been through this place. This place has been, like, turned over.
I see.
Sorry, I just, like, dumped a whole bunch of different things on you all at the same time because I forgot to read off the first one when you came in.
Okay. Well, I think we have some things to do. We should grab the computers and head back to the ship then. Unless someone's got another idea.
Yeah, we should book it, and yeah, we should be real
Yeah.
careful that we don't get tailed on the way back.
The computers are, these are, like, proper size computers. You have to carry them. They don't go in your inventory.
That's fine. There's like 8 of us.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Hold on,
That's
hold
great
on.
to-
I mean, we don't need every part of this computer. Is it possible to just open up and take out its guts?
We've already talked about that.
We've
That's
already
the kind of
discussed this.
thing you'd have to roll for.
Let's take it back to the ship where you can
Well,
do
yeah.
so in privacy and
Yeah,
you know,
fair enough.
All right.
chances
I
are,
feel-
since they're blasted, you know, they don't have tracking devices or anything like that we care about.
All right, I have to go use the bathroom and get some water. I will be back in a few minutes.
So I think the timeline for this points towards either the Hutts hitting this guy and then finding us, or fucking
Yeah, I think that's what happened too.
or the landlord got sick of waiting for rent, killed this guy. The Hutts came across it, then came for us.
I mean, if the
I think you
landlord
should keep it simple.
if the landlord did it, the landlord wouldn't keep putting rent notices on the door.
This guy was only killed a week and a half ago, ish. The rent notices are probably
Yeah.
old.
Also, if it was a landlord, they wouldn't have shot like all the valuable computer bits and stuff. They would have just seized it because that way they could sell it for more
Yeah,
money.
they would
to make the rent.
also, if the landlord was aware, they'd already be re-renting this place.
So
Every
so-
day, this thing sits without a tenant. You know, it's lost money.
So definitely the hut that came after us. Well, didn't come after us in general, just came after the cargo from us. Is probably the same one that had these boys here, this company here, taken care of, and then found out about us. They could have been in league with the Hutts designing something or something that's on this. We have to get this. We have to find out what information we're carrying. I know it's encrypted, but we have to find a way to break that encryption. Somebody's got to have a computer skill or something.
I've got something that might be able to help back on the ship.
Okay, yeah, because we definitely need to find out what we're carrying that makes people. If these guys aren't dead that own this place, then whoever's looking for them tore this place apart looking for them, and then sent bounty hunters after us just for that cart, that whatever that is. I want to know what's on it.
All right, thank you for waiting. I'm back with a throat lozenge.
Welcome back.
And, yeah, so you guys are getting out of here, is what I heard?
Yeah, I think we're grabbing both computers and just going back to the ship.
All right. You begin going back to the ship. You make your way back down that narrow hallway that took you here and into the lobby with the elevators. As you walk into this room, however, and you look across to the bank of elevators, you see the big elevator in the middle opening, and 3 shady characters step out, upon which they immediately see you as you come around the corner and begin drawing blasters.
Thank God I had mine out already.
You already had yours out, yes. Alright. So, we haven't been doing this before, but now we are going to. I'm going to have you guys make the initiative roll. It's going to be vigilance for this encounter. The way it's going to work is that they're just going to make one roll. So the roll is to determine whether you get to go before or after them. So let me roll for them.
So this would be money D YG. Well, money D and then
It would be money R, and then whatever your vigilance roll is with no difficulty.
all right.
I did say we should be on the lookout on the way out of here. I can't use my cool roll.
Oh wow, a success.
You know, if he
Advantage
said
and a
that,
triumph.
then yes, you can use your cool because you had
Your what
roll up.
roll?
Cool.
Cool.
Your Shutter Shades give a buff to cool.
Cool.
You had to roll cool.
Wait, can we all use cool then, since he said that?
How many of you were actually on guard coming out of here?
I'm a skilled hired gun bounty hunter guy.
I'm gonna say, like, if you
I
already
have-
rolled, you already rolled. We're not
Bounty
gonna
hunters
worry about that.
probably were.
It's the same for me either way.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
I will tell you, I was not expecting to be jumped with this many bounty hunters around me. So
Bounty hunters. I take offense to that.
Rotten Arshana, I'm surprised it took us this long to get jumped.
was this really hired thugs?
Well, there's only 3 of them. Are they really jumping us at this point?
It's a
Yeah,
good
we're
question.
jumping them. Like one of us was even prepared. They clearly
Really,
were.
if anything, they just jumped themselves.
All right. Do
I roll
This
what?
is really not in the cheat sheet somewhere.
You know what? I think all this talking of jumping is really jumping the sewer shark.
It's on page 3 in the top left.
Okay, so it looks like none of you actually succeeded as many times as these guys did.
I haven't
So-
rolled. What do I roll?
Roll. Did you have your guard up?
I
coming
had
out
a
of there?
triumph.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll get to that. All right, then roll cool.
Just roll a cool.
Just roll cool, no difficulty. I wish I could just roll cool, no difficulty. That sounds like the way to live life. All right. So
But
none of
Braytech
you-
is not chill.
None of you managed to roll higher than them, which means they go first. However, some of you generated triumphs on your
Yeah.
on your rolls. Those of you who did, please make note of that because it gives you a second free maneuver in your first round. So you know how you can suffer one strain to get an extra free maneuver? You just get one. You still only have 2 max during your turn, but you get one for free. So let's see. It is their turn, however. They're immediately alarmed by the fact that you outnumber them. So 2 of these guys are actually, you know what? Here, I should probably post the description for this room. That would help.
I think they jumped out going ha, and then realized we had 2 Mandalorians and 2 bounty hunters, and that they were like, oh fuck, and then they realized that this is the moment they knew they
They
fucked up.
fucked up.
Are we about to go, like, end of the Matrix on these motherfuckers?
Maybe. I probably could have made a map for this room, but I was too lazy, so here's the description. It's made up of 2 rectangular rooms, north and south, joined by a short, broad vestibule. So think like a sort of barbell-shaped room. The north room houses a bank of elevators in its north wall, closed door leading south in the southwest corner. The south room contains 3 narrow hallways branching out in 3 directions, and a closed door. There are columns. The And the important thing is that in between sort of the two ends of this barbell on the right side, the void is filled by a reception booth with like glass walls. So you can see like across through this booth.
Okay.
You guys are coming out of the right side, so you're looking through this booth at the elevators and seeing these guys come out. Upon seeing you, two of them are going to duck for cover behind some pillars, and the third one... Let me get their stat block out. Ah, yes. So we'll start with him. He is going to... Yeah, he produces a blaster carbine. The other two just have blaster pistols. This guy's got a carbine.
Oh.
And let's see, who here looks the most threatening? I'm going to say it's...
I've got Beskar.
You do not have Beskar.
You know what I mean. I already have a carbine drawn. I'm right there.
Yeah, he's probably the only one with gun in
Yeah,
hand.
actually, you know what? You have a weapon out, Brinks, so it is going to be you.
Yeah. And I got the shiny armor that he wants to shoot.
You do.
I do have
Remember-
one range defense.
You also do.
Remember, shooting people in the armor plating is more effective than shooting them in the squishy bits.
Alright, he does manage to hit you, despite your having a point of ranged defense, and also there being some stuff in the way. You do have a bit of cover due to the angle. But he does manage to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing a total of 10 damage. So subtract your silk and deal the rest as wounds.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, that is... his
5
action.
damage.
Now, this hit that he deals to you comes as part of a massive, like, volley of blaster fire that he unleashes from this carbine. He just, like, tears, like, a straight line of fire all across the room. It's like, you've seen that video where it's like, hey, no full auto in the building. This is that guy.
He's sleuth with that gun that he has, like, a 0.0001% accuracy
He
with.
is sleuth with a fucking... What was it? Was it the-
M249.
Yeah.
It turns out if he shoots fucking everything, there is a chance he will shoot me.
Well, this is just a blaster carbine. It's not an automatic weapon. He's just pulling the trigger really quickly.
It's the
Yeah.
spirit that counts. He's shooting everything that moves and a lot that doesn't.
He's using
So-
a bump stock.
Yeah. He uses his bump stock to hit one of you. However, he and his two allies now have an additional point of ranged defense. They have one... The other two have one each from being in cover, and now they all have one more from what he's just did, or from what he's just done. Then, as his second maneuver, because he gets another one of the guys behind cover is going to poke out, and who's next? We'll say he's going to take a shot at the other Mandalorian, so that's Leona. Leona, do you have any ranged defense or anything like that?
I think I have one. I have one.
Yeah. Another one of these guys pokes out from behind cover. They shoot at Leona and miss. That's it for the main guy's turn. And now it's their turn. What this guy who poked out from behind cover and missed Leona is who else looks threatening? We'll
Do we
take
get
a
to spend that threat on the guy?
oh yes, you do. I'm sorry. You should do that. Thank you, Otter.
Mhm.
Yeah, he missed. So let's see. What can you do with that?
Make him suffer a strain.
You can make him suffer a strain.
That accuracy gives him a headache.
Now, the other thing you can do is lose benefit of prior maneuver. That does not just apply to him. The guy who laid down that covering fire gave him a point of ranged defense with his maneuver. So if you wanted to negate that, you could do that as well.
Fuck it, sure. Make someone an easy target.
Yeah, I mean, causing him to suffer strain is just going to deal damage to him. So it's up to you.
Yeah, let's make him lose that cover benefit.
Yep. So he no longer. Well, he still has cover. He just no longer has the benefit of the
Suppressive fire thing.
Yeah, the suppressive fire. Sorry about the police sirens.
Woo woo.
Anyway, this guy is now going to poke back out since it's actually his turn now. And let's see. He already used his maneuver to get in cover. So he is just going to take a shot at actually, well, he missed Leona. He'll take another shot at Leona. With the second shot, he hits. He deals a total of 8 damage to Leona, so subtract your soak and deal that as damage, or as wounds, rather.
Alright.
Yep, and now the other guy's turn. He is... Sasha looks pretty threatening, so he's going to shoot her.
Reasonable.
Actually, no, just for the sake of inclusivity, we'll say that this thug is a girl, because why not?
So
And for the sake
progressive.
of distinguishment. Yeah, well, one's a girl, one's a guy, and one has a different gun,
Carbine.
so now you can tell them apart.
Back in a different kind of heat.
It's just going to be
One's a
3
girl,
corpses
one's a
in
guy,
there.
a third one's compensating for something.
Additionally, due to the amount of fire that has been put through this poor reception booth, it is no longer offering you any cover. Sasha, do you have any ranged defense?
I do not.
All right. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh yeah. This one hits you for
Yep.
a total of 9 damage, and they generate an advantage.
Ow.
They're going to use that to give their next buddy a boost. And that is it for the enemy turn.
I'd like to shoot the bastard with a carbine.
You should probably let me go first so I can do the inspiring rhetoric to boost people.
Yes, and then I'd like to shoot that guy with a carbine.
I have a
He's
big
out of cover.
sword. I have a
Big
very
sword.
big sword.
Yeah. So, yeah, you said there's pillars, right?
There are pillars.
I'd like to move behind the pillar to get hard cover.
Yep. You can move entirely behind the pillar. I mean, it's enough to give you hard cover from one angle. The problem is that there's more than one of them, so they can still they can
If they
move.
try
It would be harder to shoot me, though, from
It'll
those
be
guys.
harder.
Yes. Like,
This
I'm
would-
totally
this would
covered
be
from the
the
guy with the
take
big gun, and then the light guns might be able to hit me.
Yeah.
So let's see. That was the.
I mean, if you
maneuver.
want really hard cover, if you run to the left side of the room, I said the room was sort of barbell shaped. The left sort of void in the barbell is fully solid wall. If you get behind that wall, none of them will be able to see you.
Okay, I'll go there.
Yep, that would be one maneuver to get there.
Yep. I will then, as an incidental, put down the computer I'm carrying.
Very nice. Wait a minute. Did you roll a? No, that wasn't you. That was someone else. We'll get to that when we get there.
Okay. I then, as my action, going to use Inspiring Rhetoric to encourage everybody to kill kill these dumb bastards. Let's see here. It's an action. Make a 2 difficulty leadership check. So I'm going to spend a light side point on this.
Very nice.
All right, so with that success, Branks gains 1 boost die for all skill check for a number of rounds equal to my ranks and leadership, so 2 rounds. And if it matters, Branks, you heal 5 strain.
Alrighty.
And that's it for me.
Okay, my turn.
Those
should not take
advantages
very
on
long.
that don't get you anything.
Those advantages are like it's 1 success means he gets one strain in the boost die. The advantage is additional strain heal.
Ah, okay.
But that's all I can do.
Yep. Does that cost you anything to do?
Nope, that's just an action. I can keep
And-
doing that round after round after round, and it lasts multiple rounds, so I can affect multiple people over time.
Mm.
Just to be sure I heard that right, I gain what?
A boost die to all of your skill checks for 2 rounds.
Alright, so that would be a B on the dice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to move behind that pillar that he didn't move to, because I assume there's not any other room
There-
behind that wall
There are several pillars. There is more room behind that wall.
where we're not going to be in each other's way if I'm trying to shoot people.
That not so much.
Yeah. So the pillar, and then I am going to unsling my rifle and take aim at the dude with the carbine.
All right. So Zasha, you have normally you can get a free maneuver or a second free maneuver by spending a point of strain. However, because you scored a triumph on your initiative roll, you just get a second free maneuver. So you can use 1 to take cover behind the pillar and another to pull out your rifle and make your attack.
Yep. Very good.
Can I shoot the guy with the carbine now?
When it's your turn.
Oh,
I'm just going to take a shot at it.
is this not popcorn
I'm
on
sorry.
slides?
I'm sorry. I wasn't done. I said
It's
I was going to
popcorn
take
for
aim. I
turn
meant I
order.
was going to.
Oh,
done.
popcorn for turn order. Okay.
Oh yeah, can I just take my turn in the middle of my friend's turn?
No,
I know
no,
you
I'm,
were about
I'm
to make
sorry,
an
I'm
attack
sorry.
roll. Just let me.
Yeah,
Can I take
no,
my
I'm
turn?
What's the
Uh,
difficulty on this guy?
a little confused on how it's set up. Sorry.
Which guy are you shooting? The guy with the carbine?
Carbine.
So he is at medium range. He does not have any cover. However, he has covering fire. So it is difficulty 2 with 1 setback. That's purple K for black.
Okay. I'll do the thing.
Oh, and I'm sorry, he is special. So it will be purple red K.
Okay. I'm gonna boost the thing. So somebody do the thing with the light side, dark side, because I'm.
Yes. However, actually, no, I'll save that for later. You go ahead. Oh, that's a fucking interesting roll. So you miss.
That's a lot of things happening there.
Yep. You generated 3 advantages, though, and a triumph, but also a despair. So let's see. You can. Aha. With 3 advantages, you can negate the target's defensive bonuses until the end of the round. Which you can do even if you miss, because it's like you had to shoot at them and now they're out of position or something.
Just shoot the cover all the shit.
Well, he was
doesn't have
laying
any
down
cover. He's out of
suppressing
cover.
fire, so he just had to break his burst.
Yeah, he had to stop shooting in order to avoid your attack. If
Fair
that's what
enough.
you're doing.
Yeah, I think that works for me.
Yep. You also have a triumph, if you'd like to spend that.
Sure. Let's see.
You can upgrade the difficulty of his next check, or upgrade the ability of any allied character's next check.
I like that one.
The second one?
The latter, yes.
All right, it says any, so you get to pick. So who do you give it to?
Whoever goes next.
All right, then.
All right.
However, we're not done yet. You also generated a despair. Let me see how I'm going to spend that. There's no one engaged with the target. This would be kind of a stupid point to run out of ammo, so we're just going to... the difficulty of whoever... Actually, it says any. I will also give it to whoever goes next. The difficulty of their attack will be upgraded.
Can I say it?
Go ahead and say it.
Can I take my turn?
You can take your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
It's popcorn.
Yep, sorry, I fucked up earlier with a AGR as I did. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so let's see here.
I was mostly giving you a hard time for fun. You're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. Alright, so I had a triumph on the Anish.
You did, which means you get, you get 2 maneuvers without having to suffer strain.
Right.
You already have your gun out, so you can actually get something useful out of one of those.
You mean like that 2 maneuvers aim for 2 boosts?
If you want.
Plus the boost I gave him.
Although I'm gonna say, if you do that, that means you haven't moved, which means... Well, no, we said the cover got destroyed, so we won't worry about that. Keep going.
Wait, whose cover?
Don't worry about it. I was gonna say that because you're apparently not moving, that would give the whoever you're shooting ranged defense. But then I remembered that I said the windows got shot out, so they don't provide cover anymore. So don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah. So let's see. I'll take that super aim at him.
Okay. You're aiming at the guy with the carbine.
Yes. Fuck that guy.
All right. So he is at medium range. So the difficulty is 2 purple. However, because he is special, it becomes 1 purple and 1 red. And because I am special, it becomes 2 red.
All right. So I'm looking at yellow, blue, purple, red.
What's the... Oh, from the other thing. Yeah. And do you have anything else that applies to this? I think you had or have some abilities that affect your attacks in certain ranges, or is that only damage?
Let me see here. So there's a bonus to damage in short range. Hold on. And then the blaster carbine is a medium range weapon.
Yes, it is. All right. I was talking more about your whatever. Make the attack roll.
You're talking more about my what?
About
Great.
I thought before you had, or no, you just have point blank, right? That's the thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah. You gave me point blank.
Or yeah. Okay. Yeah. So keep going. It would be.
All right. Do you guys mind if I use a destiny point on this?
No, go ahead.
All right. So what did you say your roll was?
All right. So currently I have yellow, blue, purple, red.
No, just red. Or no, I'm sorry, it would be purple, red. Excuse me, because we upgraded the difficulty. Yes, so purple, red, and then
YYY, BBB, PRR.
Wait, how many blues you got?
3.
Hold on a minute. Well, wait, so tell me what you had again before you spent the destiny point.
All right. So I have not spent any destiny points in this equation.
Mm-hmm.
3 yellows, 3 blues, a purple, and a red. And then you added a dark side point, making it 2 reds.
No, so it was 2 red. The difficulty would be 2 purple. However, because this guy is special, it gets upgraded once. Because I spent a destiny point, it got upgraded again. And because of the despair that Sasha scored on their attack, it gets upgraded a 3rd time, which adds the purple. Then you have 3 yellow, and you're spending a destiny
Right.
point to upgrade yours, which adds a green. So the total roll should be that,
All right.
After spending the destiny.
Y
after spending the destiny
B
point.
B
So make sure,
B P R R.
before you roll that, spend the destiny point.
How do I spend it?
$sign D,
D.
space L. Alright, now make your roll.
Double check to make sure it's a duplicate. Okay.
Shoot that motherfucker! Ooh. 3 successes, 3 advantages.
More
2
interesting
triumphs.
rolls. 2 goddamn
1
triumphs.
and 1 despair.
Alright, so you hit, so you should deal your damage first. So the carbine, I think its base damage is
9.
what? 9? Yep, so 9 plus 3 would be 12 wounds. And here, I'll mark that off. Yeah, that's already done a pretty nasty blow to him. And you've got 3 advantages, 2 triumphs, and a despair to spend. Or I've got a despair to spend. So what do you want to spend those on?
What, the triumphs and the disadvantages?
Yes, the advantages and the 2 triumphs. What are you spending those on?
Where do I see that? I've never actually had those to spend before.
It is page 5 of the cheat sheet. Successful attack effects, personal combat.
Alrighty. So
Might help keep it pinned.
I have 3 of the wing things. And 2 of the lightsabers. Okay.
I'm curious what's the critical on your gun.
Let's see here. So it looks like I can spend the 2 triumphs to destroy his carbine.
You can damage it. Wait a minute, hold on.
2 triumphs
Oh,
is the last
destroy.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, yeah.
Yes, I will blast his fucking gun.
Okay, and you've got 3 advantages as well. Yeah, you
Alright.
destroy his carbine.
Wait, target is disabled instead of suffering. But what's disabled?
I actually don't know what that means.
Yeah, can we see what that is really quick?
I'm looking in the book. There's nothing.
got
There's no
left?
status called disabled. I would
So
just
what do you
ignore that.
have left over?
For the sake of speed, yeah, it's probably better. Just...
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So I'll blast his fucking carbine with my 2 triumphs, and then I will spend my 3 advantages.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will slap the target with a wait. Do they have any currently running defensive bonuses?
Those were already disabled.
Target for 3 successes, you could target as disabled instead of suffering.
We don't know
Yeah.
what disabled does. We're ignoring
I'm
it.
looking at it here. This is sort of like the DM fiat option or GM fiat option.
And if I'm looking at that first one correctly, for each triumph greater, so if my triumphs are greater than my critical rating, they suffer critical injury?
You can spend advantages to trigger a critical hit. You can also spend triumphs to trigger a critical hit, but you didn't. If you want to, the crit rating on your carbine
It's a 3.
Yeah, so you can spend those 3 advantages to cause a critical hit if you want.
Yes, I would like to critical hit the son of a bitch.
All right, roll a d100.
Already.
$24, and they consult the table.
God, I love D100s.
And then under will probably beat me too.
I mean, do these guys make a morale check if their leader is blown apart in the first shot?
I will leave that to you. 24 is off balance, so he gets a setback to his next skill check.
What next hit check? His gun's gone.
Hit the guy with my sword yet?
Can I go first before he gets into like flamethrower range?
I would, if you're going to run in there, I would advise letting your ranged combatants do their thing first before you run in there. But hey, you do whatever you want.
If you clog up downrange, it's not my fault if you get shot.
One of your friends
You
is
shot
armed
me
with a
before.
flamethrower, so
So I'll just pull out my phone.
Let the Mandalorians go first.
So,
Ordo Link needs to go next.
alright, so let's see.
Great, and I'll go last.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. What does 3 successes mean?
3 successes, you add that to the base damage of the weapon.
Ah, okay.
So that did a total of 12 damage.
So he suffered 12 damage, his gun was destroyed, and now he suffered a wound that gives him disadvantage on any attack that he makes, or skill check that he makes.
Yes, however, I get to cause another thing to happen with a despair.
Uh-huh.
And what will I spend it on? Where the hell are we? Come on, where's there's nobody engaged with them yet. I'm gonna say in order to cause all of that damage, that was like a full volley of fire hitting him. And after that volley of fire breaks, your gun runs out of ammo.
Just unload a full fucking thermal clip right into him.
Maybe not the full clip, like maybe you were low coming in here and you just didn't notice.
It sprung a leak.
Yeah.
Does spare clip
bad
matter
battery.
here? Where I cannot run out of ammo?
Oh, that's right. You have spare clip.
The clip
spare
runs
clip
out,
does matter.
pop it out, pop the new one in, keep
Yeah,
firing.
I believe what that means is that I can't spend the triumph in that way, not that, like, if I spend it, nothing happens, so I'll just use it to do something else.
Please do.
Alright, tell you what, your gun is damaged by one degree, so mark that down. It should be on the weapons section of your character sheet. Its condition is now minor. So that's a little checkbox there.
And how do I fix that?
Repairs.
Okay.
Alright, that's it for Brinks' turn. Yeah, you just shoot your gun so much that you put a little bit of stress on it.
The fucking muzzle's like glowing red hot.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, who's going next?
I'll go next. So
Character, then let the other Mandalorian go. Leona, if she went yet, she's a ranged character.
But if he wants to put himself downrange right before the heavy machine gun opens up, be my guest.
No, let's let the ranged go first, then you go, or you and Braytac. If y'all are going into melee, then
Are we
I'm going last. I know.
Are we at medium range?
You're at medium range.
All right. Then medium
Do you have to
rangers
move
can
into
go first.
close range? Do you have to move into short range to hit?
I prefer short range, so the medium rangers can go first.
Yeah. Okay, so Leona goes next.
All right.
I'm going to be
So-
moving up to short range if I can as well.
Okay. You're currently at medium range, and let's see. Were you the other one who generated a? Or no, that was Sasha and Brinks. who
Yeah, I
generated
think
the
medium
traffic, right?
to is short and close lower range.
Close does not apply here. Close is only in space.
Okay. Yeah, so it's medium to short, 1 or 2 maneuvers.
1.
Can I do that and then shoot the guy who previously... Actually, no, he doesn't have a weapon anymore.
He does not have a weapon.
Which guy has a better angle on Devati?
That would be on Devati. Neither of them can really see him, but the guy who's closer to having an angle is the male thug on the right. The female thug on the left is like on the other side of the wall.
I'm going to try and make his day worse than it already is.
All right. Well, he is hiding behind a pillar. Or no, wait a minute. No, that was from the prior maneuver. So yeah, he still has cover.
So who didn't have cover? Is that the guy that's disarmed now?
The 2 guys on the sides had cover. The guy in the middle, who is disarmed, has no cover.
Alright. Fuck it, I'm shooting the guy in cover. How much does that affect my ability to murder him?
It's 1 setback.
Setback is an L?
It's a K.
K.
So the difficulty is 2 from medium range, or are you running up into short?
I'm going up to short.
Okay. Yeah, you run up to short, so it's just 1 purple, and then 1 K.
1 purple and setback. What do I have affecting this? No passives, I'm not going to burn that. And Devati's inspirational thing was to Branks, right?
Yeah, I only got 1 success, so it only went to Brinks.
Yep.
Alright. Fire in the hole.
You miss. However, you generate 2 advantages.
Wow. These advantages are next to fucking useless if I don't hit anything.
No, there aren't. You can perform an immediate free maneuver.
Is there any cover to duck into?
There sure is. There are pillars around. You're or actually, wait. You ran into short range, so you're sort of in the in like the middle part of the barbell. So if you wanted to get cover here, you could hop through that broken window into the booth, and that would give you cover.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yep. If Leona hops into cover inside the booth.
That's my turn then.
Okay, who's next?
I can go next.
All right.
So, pull out a gun, strain to run to short,
Yep, so that's your 2 maneuvers.
and then if I blast 1, can I get all of them?
No, they're too spread apart.
Even if I activate blast 4?
Yeah, they have to be engaged for that, and none of them are engaged with each other. They're not bunched up here. There's 1 guy in the middle, and then 2 other thugs at either end of the like far end of the barbell, at like opposite ends of the room. They're all separated out.
Does the guy in the middle have like a sidearm that he can like pick up now that his weapon's destroyed?
Not that you can see. I mean, it would make sense, but you don't see one on him.
Well, he seems to be the leader, so I'll just try and finish him off then.
All right. You're at short range, so it's 1 purple. However, he is special. So it is that 1 purple becomes 1 red, and because he is very special, it's going to be, it's going to be 1 red, 1 purple for difficulty. Yeah, you hit, and you generate a triumph. So what's the base damage of your flamethrower?
It's 8.
Okay. That is 8, which puts him at 11. Yeah, this guy's not looking too hot, ironically. You have a triumph to spend, and then I have a threat to spend.
Would a critical injury or a burn kill him?
Burn would not kill him immediately. You think it would probably kill him eventually. He's already suffered 1 crit, so if you trigger another crit, it'll be a little bit more severe. Maybe.
So the crit has the potential to kill him immediately?
Now you roll a D100.
You roll a D100. You need several crits in order to kill him flat out because of the type of enemy this is. He's not like a minion where he's killed instantly by crits.
But like a crit could deal damage to push him over the edge?
Some of them do. Most of them will just like disable him in some way, or yeah.
I'll just add burn then.
All right. What is the burn rating again?
It's burn 3.
All right. For the sake of simplicity, we're going to say that triggers on his turn, and it is burn 3, so it lasts for 3 turns. All right. Yeah, you cause burn.
And I think that's it that I can do.
All right. Who has not gone yet?
That's the break.
Just Braytek and the doctor.
Yep.
Where am I?
Your turn, Braytek.
Yeah, where am I?
So you are at the far end of this room. There is a broken reception booth in between you and the elevators. This guy standing in the middle of the room has been set on fire after being disarmed, and there are 2 other guys hiding at opposite ends of the room.
I want to go for the closest other dude, not on fire.
Okay, how are you getting there?
What do you mean? I go there.
All right. Well, let's see. You're at medium range. So the problem. Normally, you would be able to get into engaged with 2 maneuvers. The problem is that because you're going through this barbell, the path is a little bit longer. So if you want to get into melee with one of them, you could cut through the booth where Leona is currently hiding. I'm going to say there's usually something associated with that. Where is it?
That'd be an athletics check, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, to be able to do it quickly. There's a chart for this somewhere. Well, it is broken glass, and there's also like some stuff in the booth, so we'll say it's difficulty 3 athletics to get through there quickly. Otherwise, if you fail that check, you will not make it. You might even hurt yourself on the glass.
I didn't make a lot of athletics.
Yes, difficulty 3 athletics.
I don't know what that means.
So, on your character sheet where it says athletics, what do you see next to it?
I got 1 yellow, 4 green.
Okay. So 1 yellow, 4 greens, and 3 purples. Yeah, you make it. You're fine.
Fine.
This isn't a combat check, so you're not going to spend that advantage. But yeah, you are able to easily like hop through this booth, doing like 2 little vaults to get through. And oh, wait a minute, you don't have your sword out, do you?
What do you mean? I always have my sword in.
I mean, you're walking around with your sword like in your hand.
Have you seen me?
I mean,
Mr. Braytek always has a staff weapon. I mean, sword.
let's see. You know what? Because one of your friends warned you, yeah, you could have your sword out for this. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're able to draw your sword. And yeah, you make it into engaged range with this guy who was behind cover. He's not behind cover for you.
So you can get a sword to the face.
Yep. So let's see here.
So what's my role with this?
All right, it's melee, so the difficulty is 2.
Now, when it says, when making a melee brawler attack, suffer strain up 2 ranks in frenzied attack to upgrade the attack by equal amount. What does that mean?
How many ranks do you have in frenzied attack?
1.
Okay, so if you suffer 1 strain, you can upgrade the attack once.
How do I upgrade it?
What do you have next to melee?
4 yellow, 1 green.
4 yellow, 1 green would become 5 yellow. Jesus Christ.
Let's do that.
God, he's fixing to behead this poor bastard.
I'd do that.
All right. Okay, so it'll be 5 yellow and 2 purple.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Yep. So let's see. You have a power sword. Oh god, I'm gonna regret putting this in there.
I have a lot of stuff. My sword.
Right. What did you end up putting on your sword successfully?
The increased pierce by 1. So I already have the reduce crit by 1, increase damage by 1, increase vicious by 1. So I have yes. I have pierce 3. So I ignore 3 soak. I think that's what pierce is. Right? Yeah, pierce says I ignore 1 soak. So I ignore 3
so
soak.
you have 3 pierce, so you ignore 3 soak. The
And then-
damage.
And then I have vicious 3. That adds 30 to my critical roll. And the crit is 1. And my damage
Is 9 plus 5.
young one. I have feral strength, so I add 1 more damage to a successful hit of a melee attack.
Yep, that's the 9.
So, no,
and then plus the other thing, so that's 10. And then
10.
plus 5, 15.
So 15. Okay, so it's 15, and then what? You can do the critical.
And then you have pierce 3, so that ignores 3 soak.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume he's dead, right?
So you slash this guy within like an inch of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He is not quite dead. However, you have 1 advantage that you can spend. Or, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong check. You have 3 advantage you can spend, yes.
I can't find that list. Where's that list?
It is page 5 of the cheat sheet.
Put it in chat.
Successful attacks, personal combat. You could make him drop his weapon.
I could
What
do
weapon?
that. Yeah, he's gonna drop whatever gun he has, even though he's dead, pretty much.
Yep, he drops his weapon.
Oh, that wasn't the guy with the carbine. that
different
dropped out,
guy.
right?
No, these guys just have regular blaster pistols.
Oh,
Now, what about my critical?
If you wanted to trigger a critical, you would have had to have spent your advantages on that.
Well, you didn't say that.
I said you could spend them to disarm him. I didn't say you had to do that.
How does that work?
If you want to trigger a critical, it's just 1 for you. So it would be
then
1
I'll use
advantage.
1 and I'll do 2 of something else.
Okay. Yeah, you can cause a critical hit.
can't he boost his critical?
I think you can.
Yeah, I think you can just like you can't do 3 crits, but you can increase the basically the modifier for your crit.
Yeah, you get a plus 30 from your weapon.
And then he gets another plus 30 because of vicious.
Yeah, Hayes, I think I'm gonna have to rein this thing in. I pulled this in from one of the other books and I didn't change it at all. Like, don't worry, you'll still kick ass with it after today. I'm just gonna like balance it a little bit.
Tweak that system. Yeah,
What?
he just got a plus.
I did not intend for this
very
weapon to be
bad
dealing
at
that much damage.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you roll
Hayes, you
your
are
crit,
doing significantly more damage than my heavy blaster rifle.
Yeah, the power sword, and I'm in melee range. Touch people
Okay,
in
well,
half. What do you mean?
You remember Banu Lampa, that guy that you like spent a whole encounter fighting? That attack would have killed him, like by itself.
Yeah, that's my job. I go and took the sword.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to balance that, but not now. So, you want to cause a critical injury?
Don't know what?
Do you want to cause a critical injury?
yes.
Yes or no?
Hayes, we saw you key up, no voice.
Hello?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
it
want to
said
cause
yes.
Okay, you
Yeah.
did. All right. Roll a d100 plus 30.
Did I do that wrong?
It's got to be exclamation point R.
Yeah, you have to use the other bot for this.
Use bang bot. No. Well, that's interesting. I think that just kills him. Probably.
No.
No?
Technically
Huh?
speaking, didn't he have more points? He could have bumped that by. You didn't
For
really.
what?
I thought you said I had 2 other thingies.
Well, he had 3 advantages, not just the 1. His crit rating is 1, right?
His crit rating is 1. I don't think you can spend additional advantages to like bump the crit rating, unless I missed that.
Don't you just get to plus 10 at each time?
Not from the advantages.
If you hit, oh, maybe that's only with triumphs, but
So each time the enemy takes a critical hit, it adds a plus 10 to the to each successive critical hit.
I'm aware of that. But I was pretty sure you could take a crit and boost it. I'm not sure where it is in the rules. I'm pretty sure you can do that.
You might be right. I
What
don't
did
remember
Honor-
seeing that though.
I don't know. On a D100, do cleave his head from his shoulder.
That staggers him, which means that he doesn't get any more turns.
Also, so I could recover 1 strain and I could give a blue to a next character's check.
Yep. Although I don't think you've suffered. Oh no, you did. Yeah. So you could recover.
We'll do
one
both
strain.
of those.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have to change that weapon because that is ridiculous. I thought like, oh, it shouldn't be too bad. It's a melee weapon, but like, No, it's fucking crazy.
No, that's like double what a lightsaber does.
Yeah, but that's because of how I built my character.
It's just the weapon does more damage than a lightsaber, and it's a sword.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not gonna ruin it. You're still gonna do a lot of damage. It's just not gonna be that crazy.
Well, the base
How
damage
much
of the
damage
sword is
do you
only
do?
+3. The reason I did that much is because I have the brawn. A lightsaber does 10 by default.
The base damage is 3 plus your brawn rating. You have a brawn rating of 5. So for you, the base
Yeah.
damage is 8. And then it
Because
has
I'm a badass.
and then it has 9 because of the improvement you gave it, and then I think it has 10 because of an ability you have, and then
Yeah.
you added
I
5
built this character
successes.
to be a badass. Yeah.
Okay,
Spent all
that's
his points
fine,
on
but this
sword.
weapon in particular is like way stronger than I intended for it to be, especially for how cheap it is.
Meh.
Cheap. It's 1,000 crits. What do you mean?
It's like nothing. You should see what some of the guns cost.
Yeah, my gun cost 2.5, I think, thousand.
Because he built his character around using the weapon, so he maximized the stuff he
Yeah,
made.
you're gonna break my.
I'm not going to
Put
break your
any
character. I'm just going to make it like
hand in it,
not horrifically
devastate.
overpowered.
I really don't think
You can get one
it's
with
as
a-
bad
I
as
mean,
it
if you
looks
need
because I
one
think
with-
most of us didn't build our characters like straight for pure damage. I don't know. I definitely did not.
I
Yeah,
did not.
straight combat DPS.
It's not going to be that
But
bad. I don't think you're going to notice it that much.
intelligence though, because intelligence is my medicine skill. So
Hey guys,
built-
can we like
Yeah.
save this for after the session?
Yeah. All right.
yeah, good point.
All right. So
It's
anyway,
my
that guy is
turn.
almost dead, and it is now Tenorok's turn, unless Braytak
All right.
has anything else he's doing.
Okay, how far am I from tricks or ticks?
Where
I
did-
moved behind a pillar at the beginning, and that's all I've done
Yep,
as far as
so-
moving.
She's pretty near you. She's just behind a pillar, and you're not.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step over and I'm gonna hit Brinks with a stim pack
Hmm.
to heal him for 5 points.
All right.
Then I'm gonna step over to the pole and do the same thing to Tricks.
Hold on a minute. I believe using a stim pack is a maneuver. Yes.
Believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, if you want to get to where Brinks is, it'll take you a maneuver to get there. Because, or wait, Brinks, did you move
Wait,
up or
you
not?
don't have any damage? You haven't taken any damage?
No. I mean like you inject me with that, and all my wounds are gone now. I had 5 wounds. If that fixes
I know,
5
that's
wounds,
why,
I have no
that's why I
wounds.
done it. Yeah, that's why I done it.
Brinks, did you move up or not?
No, I didn't have a maneuver for that to my knowledge because I spent them
Oh,
both on
that's right.
aim.
You spent them all aiming. Yeah, so you can do that without moving. That's one maneuver. Then what are you doing?
Okay. Then I'm gonna move over to where Tricks is, and since I can heal twice, I want in a turn I want to heal both of you.
Okay, which thing is that from again? That's
That's something you gave me. I can heal twice.
no, that's not what I gave you. What I gave you is the
Encounter.
what I gave you is that you can heal twice, and it was just that one time. But that's with your med kit, not with stim packs. That's not like a permanent thing. That was just like a one-time deal.
All right then.
Sorry if that was confusing at all. I think I gave you
Then
that
I'm
because I
gonna hit-
either made a mistake somewhere or something.
Then instead, I am not going to hit step over and hit Tricks with the stim pack and give her 5.
Yeah, sure. If you want to spend your action on that, you can. The problem is that in order to do that, you have to use a stim pack, move, and then use another stim pack. Also, you can use one as an action, but you'd have to suffer a
No.
point of strain to get the.
No, I'm gonna not if I can only use, you said I can only heal once per turn. I'm only gonna
No, so
heal.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna step over and heal Tricks.
Okay, so yeah, you'd have to suffer a point of. You're using a stim pack, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah. So that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, you suffer a point of strain to do all of that
I'm
movement.
gonna forego hitting Drex because he's in heavy armor and she's a chiss. So.
Yep.
Gotta keep her alive first. So yeah.
So just make sure you suffer that point of strain. You can heal both of them, and they're all good.
I think he was just saying he doesn't do that. He just heals me. I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to say. Like,
yeah,
the whole time.
Oh, he doesn't
what
heal
I'm doing,
Bricks.
yeah. No, I don't heal Bricks.
Oh, okay. So, Branks, you should return your wounds to whatever they were at before.
Alrighty.
I just heal.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yes. You move over to where Tix is, and then you heal her, and that's it.
Hit her with a stim pack.
Is that everything?
I believe that's all of us. I believe it's your turn now.
Yep. So I believe it is the guy on fire's turn. Let's see. There's a difficulty for this somewhere. It's athletics. All right. He manages to put out the fire on himself, barely. However, he is now prone. And let's see. He is then going to spend one maneuver to stand up. And he is... what the hell is he even going to do?
Isn't he staggered?
No, that's the other guy.
Ah.
Honestly, he is... Oh, man. What the... He's got one maneuver left after standing. If he suffers strain... Or wait a minute, was that... Yeah, that was his first maneuver. Then he can run somewhere. You know what? Somebody just left. He is going to run at you, Aiden, because you're in short range. He is going to get into engaged. Yellow, yellow, green. Purple, purple. And we'll just make him a little better at this as well. He is going to try to punch you, Aiden. I don't suppose you have any melee defense or anything? Aiden?
I do have melee defense.
Okay, you don't?
I do.
Oh, you do. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. You're wearing. Yeah. Whoever he does hit. And where's the damn thing?
Wait a minute, I think I just figured out what happened, Pete. You added an extra 5 damage to my weapon. It shouldn't have had another 5. The 9 includes the plus the brawn already.
Yeah, and then the other 5 is from the successes you generated on your attack roll.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yep. Those get added to the damage as well. You dealt 15 damage with that.
Yeah, but that's because of the success.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be strong, it's just not supposed to be that strong. I wouldn't worry about it, I'm just going to make it a little bit more reasonable. Because right now it's like as strong as a lightsaber, which it is not supposed to be. Anyway, this guy. Here we go. Ooh, what should I... He is now going to make... he's going to make Aiden drop his weapon after punching him a whole bunch.
Rude.
Yep, real rude. The guy who is getting beat up on by Braytak is currently staggered, so he doesn't get a turn. Or... Yeah. However, the lady in the left corner
Well, what was the damage?
is... Actually, let's see, I think it's only Braytak who can see where she is. So I probably could have been more clear about this, but so this room is shaped like a barbell, right?
Mm-hmm.
The right half, the void in the barbell, is filled by a booth. The left half is filled by a wall. However, that wall has a door on it on the side where Devati is currently taking cover. And from coming in here the other way, you know that there is also a door at the opposite end where that woman is. And which Braytak can also see. And he's going to see... let's see. She would only have... Actually, no, she only has 2 maneuvers. No, she's not going to do that. She's going to poke out from behind her pillar, and she's going to shoot Braytak. Apparently, actually no, there's an ally in engaged range with him, which will make it harder. She's gonna shoot Aiden. Or no, wait, there's a guy engaged with him too.
So, I didn't hear the damage you got from punching.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. That should be... You take 4 damage from that, so subtract that from your soak and deal the rest as wounds. However, you've also been disarmed.
I feel like he just punched my flamethrower and it just landed on my foot.
Yeah, pretty much. This woman is going to take a very well-aimed shot at, we'll say... You know what, he's going to go for... I don't think Tenarok ended his turn in cover, so we're going to go for him.
By the pillar.
You're by the pillar, but
Yes,
you
I
did
am.
not...
I'm over by the pillar.
You moved there. You didn't take the... Actually, wait a minute. Let me think about that. Actually, no, you could be in cover if you wanted to. Because you did have to move anyway, so you could have just gone into cover when you did that.
Just shoot me.
Okay.
She would shoot you, except it's going to be harder to shoot you because there's an ally in melee. Even though she probably doesn't care about him at this point. No, she's going to shoot the doctor. And let's see, it's purple. However, we're going to make her special as well. And she is also going to suffer 1 strain, which for her is 1 wound, in order to aim twice. And the doctor is in cover. Yes. She manages to hit Tenrock, which is going to do... It's going to do 10 wounds to him. So subtract your soak and deal the rest as wounds. And then with 2 advantages... Yeah, with 2 advantages, she is then going to disappear through that door I mentioned. Or, no, wait, hold on. That would only be 1 free maneuver. That wouldn't get her through a door. She would need 2 to open it.
I thought you already used 2 maneuvers.
She... Oh, yeah, right, and it is her turn as well. Yeah, so she can't do that. What would she do with that, then? Probably just 1 boost die to 1 allied character's next check. Which is going to be the guy in melee. The guy who had the carbine previously, that is. And with that, it is the end of my turn, so who wants to go?
Well, I'll do the thingy. Inspiring Rhetoric.
Yes.
And I'll use a late side point. Alright, well, so this time I'll do Zasha. So you get a boost die for the next 2 rounds on all skill checks you take, and you heal 6 strain.
Neat.
And I'm just going to stay in cover. Oh, since I still have that free maneuver, can I use the assist maneuver to give Leona a boost die?
How exactly?
Ren, old Owl Blaster.
I know. She's just gonna heavy machine gun, right?
The heaviest. It's not restricted.
Right. So I'll help her by calling out the missed round, so it'll help her walk it in.
Okay. For that, I'm gonna say you have to pick 1 target, like in advance.
The big one, yeah.
Okay.
Boss.
He is in melee with Aiden right now.
Then it's a good thing I'm helping him.
That is true. Alright, yep. So Leona would have 1 boost die on their attack to attack that guy if they choose to.
That's for you?
That's it for me.
I'm going to take my turn before I forget. I got the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to spin a maneuver to aim.
Yep.
I guess I can use both maneuvers to aim and then just attack with my action. And then I'll go ahead and shoot the baddie, like the disarmed spooky guy.
Mm-hmm. He's disarmed, but he's not done fighting apparently.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. So I get 2 boost dice from aim. I get 1 boost die from under. And what's the difficulty against this guy?
So we check here.
I'm gonna be greedy and use another boost die. Can somebody mark off a light side point?
It upgrades. It doesn't give you a boost die.
Oh, it upgrades?
So a green to yellow.
Okay,
All right.
good.
Let's see the difficulty. Oh, this really isn't on here. It should be somewhere. It's the
I mean, I shot him before. It was like red.
yeah, but there's
purple and
a
then
special
there's a
thing that
setback.
happens when you're shooting into melee with allies, and I think it just increases the difficulty by 1.
I'm definitely doing it either way. So
Yep. So the difficulty, he ran forward, so he's actually at short range for you now. However, the base difficulty would be 2 because there is an ally in range. However, he is special, so it's going to be 1 purple, 1 red. So that's the difficulty.
just purple red.
Purple, red.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's the base damage of your weapon?
10.
10. All right. So that'll be 13 damage to him. Yeah, and you kill him.
Yeah, I figured I might.
All right. Would you like to spend your advantage on anything?
No. I don't know that there's a necessity.
You could
I'm-
heal
I'm
the
just-
strain you took for the second aim.
Mm,
Can't you also give like the next person advantage or something? Or boost die, I mean?
You could.
No, I'm selfish. I'm gonna do a unders idea. Thank you. Okay.
Gilbert, if you were saying something, we didn't hear it.
Oh, I was waiting sure to make sure it's the end of AJR's turn before asking if I could shoot.
I am done.
All right, go for it.
Don't forget Leona has a thing.
Yeah, also, Branks, this is the last round you get that bonus die from me.
Right. Who's still up?
The big guy was just killed. There was one guy who was almost dead who got staggered, and you don't know where the last one is.
The guy
Who's
who's
in melee with
almost
that guy?
dead.
If you shoot me, I swear to God.
Was it
Alright.
Freytak in melee with that guy? No, he was
Freytak is in
with
melee
somebody
with that guy.
This guy's almost dead.
I think I can handle it.
You know what? Live targets are, sometimes useful. I'm gonna, use 2 maneuvers to double aim down the sights. I'd like to try to stun this guy.
To stun this guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
answers are nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, let's see. This guy is still in cover for you. The ranged target is... They're still at medium for you. So it'll be purple. Oh, however, the difficulty goes up by 1 because they're in melee with Braytak. So it'll be purple, and then 1K for the cover.
You fucking stun me.
So we're looking at YYY, BBB, purple K.
Yep.
Can I throw a destiny point on that?
You sure can.
Cool. Let me roll that. Yeah, I really need that fucking bot list to stop popping up. It's DL.
Mhm.
All right, so YYY, BBB, PPP, K. And because I flipped over a light side point, I'm tossing a green in there somewhere.
If you flipped over a light side point, that would add a green.
All right, YYY. Sorry, yellow, 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 green, blue, 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 purple, 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 K. Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Yeah, you hit him.
Awesome. And 2 advantage.
Alright, well, you activated the stun setting of your weapon, and he was very close to death, so you managed to knock him unconscious, no problem.
Awesome.
What do you want to spend your 2 advantages on, if anything?
Mm-hmm.
You could recover some strain.
Give me advantage. I'm gonna do something.
You could do that.
Psst.
You know what? Yeah, I'm curious to see what Braytac is gonna do. Let's give a bonus to his next check. Wait, hold on. The fuck? So I can spend 1 advantage to give 1 blue to an allied's next check, or I can spend 2 to give a blue to any allied character's next check.
I saw
any.
that too.
Meaning you get to pick someone, specifically.
Otherwise,
One is the next check that
whoops.
gets made.
Yep, I misread that. Yeah, so I'll send those 2 over to Braytac. I'm curious to see what he'll do. Well, you know, we got a live one now. That's good. He's stunned.
Where'd the other one go?
I don't know, but it's the end of my turn.
I'll go.
Okay, protect it.
I want to put the guy in binders.
Ah, you did give yourself those binders.
Damn right I did.
Alright, you do it. Oh,
That
man.
should be a roll.
Yeah, although he was still staggered on his last turn. Oh, he's knocked unconscious. You can just do it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I needed to make a roll. Well,
You
damn
would
it.
normally, but he's unconscious.
Alright, put him in binders. I want to go for the other guy.
Alright, well, the other lady you saw run through that door on the opposite side of the room.
Let's do that.
Alright. Well, let's see, did you... Putting that guy in binders... What did I say in the thing?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't actually say what resource it is to apply this. I'm going to say you could have done it as a maneuver because he's unconscious. So, to get to the other side of the room is going to be a maneuver.
Uh-huh.
Or actually, you know what? I'll let you pick. If you want to move... well, no, she only just made it through the door. So yeah, that would get you into melee.
Okay.
Yeah, so you... you spend 1 maneuver, and I'm assuming you're suffering a strain to do a second maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do that, you cross the room, you make it to this door, and right on the threshold on the other side is this woman who just ducked in here, who sees you come in behind her with your big scary sword. And you still have your action.
Cut her in half.
Alright. Well, it is difficulty
Oh my
2,
dear lord.
so go ahead and make the roll.
Cleave this poor bitch.
Still has
We only
that
need-
upgrade, right, or whatever from the boost die.
Yes, so add your boost die.
How do I do that?
It's an extra
Sweet.
B on
Yep.
your roll.
What were the negative colors again?
It's just 2p, PP. Yeah. Alright,
Why, dear
so base damage on your weapon with everything you have is like 10 plus 6, and you have Pierce 3. Actually, with 6 damage, that is exactly enough to instantly kill her.
She gets cut in half.
Yep, you cut her in half. The encounter is over, you have an unconscious guy in binders.
Bad he's unconscious.
Who was it that was standing in engaged range to the guy with the carbine when I blew his fucking brains out?
That was Aiden, who dropped his flamethrower.
Okay, I'm sorry if I got blood in your eyes.
Before you do any of that, you should all roll either Cool or Discipline to recover any strain that you... Any of you who have any strain left, you can roll Cool or Discipline to recover some of it.
This was not strenuous.
No, there were only 3 of them.
I'm going to use the restroom.
Each success recovers 1 strain. I don't think the advantages do anything.
Well, I have no strain.
Alright.
I recovered the one that I got.
Yeah, me too.
We're gonna take everything we can off of these guys, including
Alright.
information.
Is that what you're doing?
We're gonna load the prisoner on the ship. We have a brig.
Do we have a brig?
Not to my knowledge.
We have a
There-
med bay.
There
So
are
as far
rooms
as-
we're not using.
As far as
So-
taking everything they have, each one of them has heavy clothing. One of them had a carbine until somebody destroyed it. That same guy, if you were to go through his pockets, also had a data pad on him, which has been destroyed due to him being set on fire. Just like a tiny little data pad. Like smaller than the ones that you guys have. This appears to have been for some specific purpose. Though you're not sure what.
Crap.
It's totally ruined now, anyway.
Do they have comlinks?
That's a good question. I'll say they have comlinks. I don't think you would. They wouldn't have like numbers saved in them. I mean, they would have each other's numbers, but like that's it.
Right,
They
but
would have
still we
just been
should
using
collect
them, like two-way radios.
Right, but we should collect their comlinks so that when their boss calls them to ask for a status update, we now have a connection to their boss.
Yeah, you can all put that in your little mesh bag if you want.
Mm-hmm. I will. Wait, no, I won't. We want them to
right,
call us.
you want them to call you. Yeah.
So what, we're gonna bring him back to the ship and interrogate him there.
Yep. Yep.
Very intimidating interrogator.
Sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Yeah, this lobby is an absolute fucking mess. There's blaster streaks everywhere. The reception
This
booth
is
windows are all
Narshada.
broken.
They're used to it. It's fine.
The floor is burnt in one spot. Dead bodies.
It was like that when we got here.
Mostly.
You'd also notice that this room, and in fact, at nowhere you have seen in this building, aside from maybe the hangar, appears to have any kind of fire suppression. Like, you'd think you would have set off the sprinklers, but no.
They've been set off so much that they're dry.
No, there aren't any.
I'm back. What's up?
Those cost money.
No fire suppression system in this room, in this building.
Yeah.
Wait,
That makes
is,
sense though. This is one of the lower class buildings.
is the building burning?
No, the building is fine.
Oh, thank God.
But you'd
But
think
the
that...
fire that we
yeah.
used didn't activate the fire suppression system.
Yeah, and looking at the ceiling, you don't think there is one.
All right. I'll set fire to the building as we leave. Got it.
No. Let's take all our anything we can salvage from these guys and our prisoner and the computers and go back to the ship.
We want anyone who comes looking to find that we cut one of their people in half. It'll give them a certain message.
Yep.
Again, if this goes out to like a landing area, would their ship be out there or whatever ship they came in?
You think it might be. However, you would also know that this building has like public transit connections.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to try and find their ride in the parking lot. It's a lot.
Did we find like a key fob for like their locked up ship?
None of them appear to have anything like that on them.
Okay.
What about where the elevator goes?
Assassins that travel by mass transit.
Believe it or not, based on the absence of any key fob on any of them, you think it's likely that they took the bus here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
about where the
just
elevator
moves.
goes? Where they
The
came
elevator-
from?
The elevator goes to the other levels of the building, including the docking bay that you came from, as well as a lower
They
level.
really
that
had
connects to
no
public
chance.
transit. Yeah, based on the fact that there were only 3 of them, you think they weren't expecting this much resistance.
What species are they?
We'll say like 2 humans and the girl was a Rhodian.
He's a Deadordian now.
Which is the unconscious one that we have?
Human. Male. Sort of meek looking. He's got bad hair. It's like, when a guy starts to go bald, but they still have like that haircut where all of their hair just goes like forward down the front of their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one of those.
Might I propose that perhaps we take him up to a nice scenic vista of part of the city? Ask a
Want
couple
to
of
take
questions.
the elevator up?
Yeah. Find a nice maintenance area overlooking a really nice view of the city.
Oh wait, there's parking garages, right?
Something
Let's
with
just
perfect dramatic tension.
take them out to the parking garage.
Give
'cause
me
it's gonna
3
open, right?
minutes.
However, there were people
Give me
like
3 minutes and I can
milling
whip
around
up
there.
something that'll make him tell us the absolute truth. What?
Wait, really? Can you actually do that?
I mean, I'm a doctor. That's what I do.
I don't know how you would know how to do that.
It's basic chemistry, isn't it?
Honestly, I was just gonna say I was just gonna kind of like use the grappling hook and be like, well, I could drop you off the side of the building, or you could tell us what we want to know.
I mean, I can make a medicine check to see
I mean,
if I could create a drug like sodium pentothal.
I mean,
I
if
feel
what
like
you're
we
trying
need
to
go
do is
back to the med
create
bay
a
for that.
truth serum with no available ingredients and no lab equipment, then no, you do not think that would be basic chemistry.
I can try the force on him.
No, I like this. I like this idea where we hang him over the side of a building, a couple 100 stories up.
I'll leave the negotiations to you.
Right. Let's mix the force into that. I can threaten to drop him, and you can be the voice of reason.
By the way, now that we're out of combat, I'm going to give Rex a stim pack.
No, thank you.
We could always mix a power sword into it. Might be more convincing.
All right.
Well, negotiations would be short.
I mean, everything would break that
Yeah.
is with his sword, so...
I think it'd be safer to say that he'll come up short in the negotiations.
I say that we let Devati do the questioning, and y'all just look menacing. And if he don't give the answers we want, then we let y'all play with him a little bit.
Yeah, I want to use my coercion. I got 2 ranks in it.
I'll try, my charm in negotiation. And then if that doesn't work, we'll coerce the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go up to the roof, and we'll just prepare to throw this guy off of it when he wakes up.
Yeah, you take the elevator as high up as you can, and you eventually get sort of dumped out in a upper level maintenance access type place. The security is like practically non-existent, and you're able to find a door to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The security is like a sign saying, "Hey, don't go out here," but there's no alarm system.
Yeah, there's
Did
just
we
a sign,
put
warning,
computers
roof.
on the ship first or not?
Oh, we brought him with us.
Oh, we took the computers with us up to the. Okay.
I don't want to bring the guy to the ship, really.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what ship we came in on necessarily. I don't want them to give that information away for free.
All right, you're on the roof. The wind is howling. The city is shining in the darkness around you.
All right,
This
Tenorock,
guy
wake
is
him
still
up.
unconscious.
Is there some I don't know, building struts or something I can use in combination with a grappling hook to dramatically hold him over the edge of the building?
Yeah, we'll say
There's
that
like
there is. There's like
9
a
of us. We can all just hold.
there's like a big HVAC unit that protrudes over, or like maybe a big duct leading to an HVAC unit that sort of protrudes over one side that you could use like a gangplank almost.
Yeah, that works.
The size of the chiller on top of this building is unbelievable.
All right, but yeah, I'll tell Tenorock. All right, wake him up.
I'm assuming I got some smelling salts.
Yeah, that would be trivial for you to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wake him up. Rise and shine, sunshine. I'm gonna step out of the way. I'm sure he's awake, conscious.
This guy is in a very bad way. Like, he is still almost dead after having been knocked out. You don't think he's, like, unstable, but he's not looking great.
Ooh. So he's not gonna die anytime soon. But,
No, he's not, like, bleeding out or anything.
Yeah, he's
He just has,
stable,
like, a
so
really nasty gash.
he might not be in the most talkative mood, but you know.
Well, we can try. And I look at him. Greetings. I think our introductions were interrupted before. I'm Davadi. Who are you?
What do you want?
Well, for starters, your name. And then I'd like the name of the person you work for. And we'll see what happens from there.
I should have to come up with a name for this guy.
His name is
I'm Val.
End of number one.
Mook Groundwalker.
Mook Groundwalker.
Wait. Ground Saunter.
It's about to be Ground Impactor.
Yeah, in a few hours.
Groundlander.
Anyway, he gave his name.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, he said who. Oh my god, did I already forget it? I think I made one up. It's like a. He said his name was Valthus, which like you were barely able to make out.
Okay. Well, Valthus, it seems that some unpleasantness has occurred between us. I'd like to clear it up with your bosses. So how do I contact them?
Who the fuck are you people? You're not who we came looking for.
That much is obvious. So who is it you were looking for?
Actually, here I have to think about this. This like ties into other shit.
Were you not expecting us to take prisoners?
No, it's more like I didn't think about the specific information they would be able to give you. I'm trying to think of what this guy actually knows.
Well, if he's an underling of the underling, that's probably not that much. 'Cause he doesn't look like the guy in charge of this little group anyway.
two guys. They took off. We've been keeping watch on the place to see if anybody came snooping around.
Ah,
I never
so the two guys that were running the establishment, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know their... Go ahead, Pete.
Let's see what the hell would he actually say. We don't know where they went. We figured eventually someone else might come for them.
Yes, we did. So why did you attack us?
We're gonna try the same thing you did to me, asshole. And then he actually smiles when he says that. Kill all of you except for the last one.
You weren't the last one, just the most convenient.
Tech backhands him.
So,
His use of language.
so what was the names of the two guys you were searching for?
We don't know. They had a good cover. We only knew their hideout here.
The good
They
cover.
disappeared before we could get them.
Who do they work for?
I don't know.
Why were you interested in them?
I don't. The boss just sent me to find them, okay? I don't.
I'll take it up with your boss then. Who is he?
I'm fucking dead anyway.
Yes, but whether you die quickly or really, really slowly will depend on your answers here and now.
And now it's time for a roll.
Yep. Negotiation?
If you'd like to play good cop.
Yeah.
It's definitely not deception.
Does my power sword in his groin give him advantage?
What kind of
Man, you
what
would
kind of
say something
assistance
like-
would you like to provide her?
I mean, we're already hanging him off of an HVAC over a chasm.
just give him
if you
9
if you
pips
tell us
of
what we
unskilled
want to
assistance.
know, I'll give you a shot and you'll die. If you don't, the guys in armor get to play with you. That's pretty convincing.
While this is going on, can I do force influence?
Yeah, where exactly are you in that skill tree?
I am at the one where I can affect their. Fuck, what's it called?
So you
Why
have
did
the
I say
basic
that?
power, right?
I have the basic, and I went like 2 down the right side. Control
Okay,
and strength.
control and strength. Okay. Discipline versus discipline combined with influence power check. If the user spends force points and succeeds on the check, he can force the target to adopt an emotional state or believe something untrue. And inflict 2 strain. That's interesting.
I'm trying to change his emotional state, not inflict strain. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's in fact you think you would do that because if you inflict any strain on him right now, you'll kill him.
Yeah, that's the main reason why.
Yep. So let's see. This would just be discipline, and he is going to have a very hard time resisting you. So I'm going to say it would be 1 boost die. We'll do 1 boost die from Braytac, 1 boost die from hanging him off the edge of a building, and then actually here, let's see. Yes, so you need to make a discipline check. So you start with your discipline roll.
Mm-hmm. What's the power? I have too much shit I haven't been keeping track of. Jedi thing, touch of fate. Once per session, I get 2 boost dice per check, or to any one check.
What's that from?
Touch of fate from Jedi Emergent or Force Emergent.
Nice. Okay, so you're on 4 boost die now. We'll just roll this for fun at this point.
Oh, right.
Okay, in addition to that, you also have to roll 1 W for force. Yes. Alright, You can do this. However, you're going to have to tap into the dark side a little bit, which will require you to suffer 1 strain as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So what am I adding to the negotiation check?
You added a boost. What you added?
I was just doing this to help their check.
Yeah. This isn't the actual check. This is just the thing that that Leona is doing.
Yeah.
And God, where's his?
Reaching into his mind to make him more amenable.
Because you said a boost die from Brenks and a boost from Braytak.
That was against his discipline. That'll still apply later, but this is...
Okay.
We're not there yet, though. He has to roll first.
Got it.
We're just stacking the deck.
Yeah, although it probably wasn't necessary, because his roll actually sucks.
In that case, it's to prove the absolute crushingness of our victory.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. You beat him. Alright, what emotional state would you like him to adapt?
I think at this point, scared and regretful.
Alright, I mean, he was already afraid.
Yeah, I'm just doubling down on it.
Okay. I mean, you can also make him believe something untrue. Like, you could make him trust you.
You could
That
make
role.
him more amenable.
Yeah. I'm saying you could probably get something a little better than just fear out of this. If that's what you want, then you can get that too. But
Reassure
So
him.
how much can I make him believe? Like, can I make him believe that we're an extraction team and interrogating him so that he's not like fucking something up?
it's not that specific. It's just like,
You can make him believe that if he gives us enough information, we might let him go.
yeah, it's not even that specific. It's like, I'm gonna say with how incredibly bad these circumstances are for him, you could make him. I don't want to say trust you. It's more like you can like obliterate his guard completely to the point that he doesn't even like. You can get him to let his guard down all the way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's less that he trusts you and more that he has no reason to distrust you.
He also knows how much worse it could be.
Yeah, that too.
I'll do that.
All right. And what the hell? I mean, you guys are going to succeed at this anyway. Let's not waste any more time on this. And now I got to think of some cool way for him to say it. Damn it. Yo. My boss. It's Gallo. You know him?
Vaguely, but only from intelligence reports. Why don't you give me a first-person rundown?
The problem is because of the incredibly poor state this guy's in, he's going to be not very good at providing like detailed information.
Okay, that's fine.
But no, he'll do his best though. Let me see here.
And it was Gallo was the name of the boss?
Yeah, Gallo the Hutt, presumably. Yo.
If
How else would he tell you about that?
If he's snitching now, I'll like take him down.
You mean pull him back up?
You pull him back up, yeah.
Yeah, he's officially started talking with some uncanny assistance from Leona. And, what the hell would he say? This is actually, like, really hard to figure out, like, exactly what he would tell you.
Anything and everything he knows that he thinks might save his life. Would be my guess, at least.
Yeah.
Be good to know their hangout.
You don't know it. He's a bit of an upstart. The clans don't like him very much. He doesn't play by their rules.
How do I contact him?
Upon telling him that, he would describe. I'm not going to go into detail here, but he would describe the building that this hut does business out of, including the location. You want to meet him so bad, go see him yourself.
Oh, I intend to. How did you know that we had entered that apartment down there?
The room was bugged. That's how we've been keeping track of it.
Where was your observation post?
Across the way. Diner.
Is there anybody else there that we should be aware of at the diner?
No, it was just the three of us when you tripped the alarm.
Very good. You've been a great help and provided plenty of useful information. Branks, if you would.
Wait! I want my binders.
Alright, Braytac, you can take care of them then.
I take him out of his binders and say he's free now, as I punt him off the roof.
This is Nar Shaddaa.
He does not scream.
No, he should really save his energy.
Instead, he just kind of sighs. Oh no.
I didn't see this one coming.
What
So,
a twist.
If we
Alright.
feel the hut's not popular, that's good. But
That is good.
We still would probably get murdered for killing a hut. I'm just gonna point that out.
Probably.
I mean, unless
What
we
if they
got
don't like
permission
them?
first. No, if they don't
Well,
like him, they still like us killing a hut less.
Yeah. They might not like him, but you can't have people start
Unless
thinking.
But they don't like you either.
I think-
kill him.
We could severely beat a hut and they might not say anything.
No, if we could get one of the other families that don't like him
They'd have to sign off.
his death, then we could kill him.
Yeah, and then at that point we're just a loose end that gets cleaned up. We should probably take
Yeah,
these
but that's no
computers
worse
to
than we
the
are now.
ship. Yeah, I mean, right now we're kind of an unknown, which is also somewhat protective for us. If they don't know about
Are
us.
we a known unknown or an unknown unknown?
I might want to point out here that if we do want to kill this hut, it might be best to make everything look like a very unfortunate OSHA violation or something.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I mean,
Fire from space?
if we have to knock down
a fire broke out in the building, and he was unable to reach safety.
that would be a shame, yes. There's poor fire safety these buildings have, we've noticed. Regardless, though, we should probably take these computers to our ship. We should probably also check out that diner first. See if they left anything behind at their observation post.
Mm.
I mean, it's a diner.
Yeah, we said there's only the three guys there, so I'm thinking it's like some old abandoned diner that they were just hanging out in because it was a convenient abandoned place to stay.
Oh, hey Pete,
Mm.
are there weapons still lying on the ground?
Where? In the lobby?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to grab the two blaster pistols these guys had, you could have grabbed them.
Yeah, we did say
Yeah.
we grabbed everything.
Yeah.
Including the bodies?
No, not the bodies. That was the only thing we left.
Okay.
Nah. Do we leave the broken carbine?
It is in there. There is half of a
Yeah.
blaster carbine.
I'll-
Two
I'll-
halves
I'll-
of a blaster carbine.
Yeah,
Sell
I'll
it
take
for
a broken.
parts.
Yeah, I'll take a broken carbine. It's always good to have spare components.
Yeah, although you're
Who knows
not.
what I can salvage?
I mean, actually, your weapon did take damage. You think you could probably pull enough stuff off of that one to fix yours?
That's the idea.
You guys want to do that and deal with the computers first and then head to the diner? Or do you want to just drop some stuff off and head to the diner immediately?
I don't know that the diner is likely to be anything. I mean, they're probably literally just sitting there at a table.
That's
while
what I
we,
meant.
Well, right, but they might have left behind like documents or weapon cache or anything like that.
Or they might be on watch with someone.
Yeah, or he lied.
Cycle in and out.
All right. So what are you doing?
Would we like to split the party?
It would save time in game and not in the real world.
Yeah. Let's split the party. Let's have a ship crew who will take care of the, getting the computers fixed up,
everybody-
checking them out, and then a
All
party
the
that
strong
goes and checks out
boys
the diner.
can go carry that garbage back to the ship,
I am heading back to the ship.
and I'll stay with the
luck
captain.
with
Wait, who here has good Pete? What would it be to mess with these computers? Computer?
The computers.
All right. So we might want someone with good intelligence and anyone that has computer skill to,
Doctor
I
is
have an
going
int
back
of 3
to
in
the
this.
ship.
Go with a sword.
Who's carrying the computers back? Okay.
All
I
right.
nominate that guy. I close my eyes and point at the ceiling.
It's
So-
definitely him.
Yeah, so it sounds like it'll be me, Braytek, Zasha, and Aiden going to check out the diner. Brinks, Leona, and what's his name? Tenorok. You guys should grab the computers and go back to the ship and deal with your weapons and the computers.
Right.
Alrighty.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds
Sounds
like
good
a
to
plan.
me.
Right.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
We can deal with the diner first.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Ours is gonna be simple.
From the roof, you get a pretty good view of the surrounding area, which would enable you to figure out exactly what that guy meant by diner across the way. And it turns out that I mentioned that these buildings are all sort of interwoven by like walkways and plazas and all that. Well, if you go down to a certain level of this building, sort of around to the back from where you came in, there is a plaza. There's not a ton of people there. There are some. And across the way, there is a diner.
All right. Does it look abandoned or?
No, it's it's open.
We walk in.
Yep. Bartender's a droid.
All right. I make a show looking around the bar. How many people are in here?
It's pretty quiet right now. We'll say there's like two, just like eating silently. Well, one of them, we'll say that one of them is dressed sort of like a businessman. Like, you think he's probably an office worker in one of these buildings somewhere. And then another guy in overalls who looks like a mechanic. Like the kind of guy you'd expect to be hanging around the docking spire next door.
Okay. I'll walk up to the droid.
Yep, you walk up to the droid. And he says in his droid voice, "Good evening, sir. Can I get you anything?"
Exposition.
Yeah,
He
my
uses badge one.
I was meeting a friend of mine here. He isn't here. Have you seen that guy's name was like Vic something, right?
I keep coming up with names and then forgetting them.
We'll call him
Luke.
Vix.
Yeah, Vix, sure.
You're supposed to meet me here. Have you seen him?
I do not know this person.
Ah, shit. It was a group of them. 3 people. A little rough looking. They must have just left like a few minutes ago.
Affirmative. We'll say it's been like all of what you did in there took like we'll say like half an hour total.
Okay.
Yeah. 1/2 hour ago, 3 patrons left this diner without paying.
Oh dear. Did they happen to leave anything behind?
The droid looks over to one of the booths, and if you were to look over to that same booth, you would see the place is like pretty bare.
Okay. Do you happen to have these individuals' names or IDs?
No, they paid cash. They ordered very little.
You mean they didn't pay in cash?
They
in
paid
credits.
cash for previous or cash as in physical credits, as opposed to like electronically. They paid cash for previous orders. They have been here for a long time.
Did they ever meet with anybody else?
Not that I saw. Is there anything I can get to?
What was their bill?
We'll say it was like 15 credits for like a round of. Oh, but it's not called coffee in Star Wars. What the hell is it called? It's just called
like
calf,
calf.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Green milk?
No.
I'll tell you what. I'll have a calf and just add my friend's tab onto it. You know, I'll pay that.
How very generous of you, sir. That will be 20 credits.
I'll pay him.
Does he say, "Would you like some more"?
Well, the next thing he does is he goes off and makes you a calf. And when it's ready, he serves it to you. It's okay.
Then does he say, "Would you like some more"?
Right, I'll
No, I
take
mean-
a calf to go. I think we should get on with our lives.
Alright, the calves are 5 credits.
15.
All right. Yeah. I guess we start walking out and return to the ship if nothing else happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
So let's see. Dinner team, it's Devati, Aiden, Braytek, and Sasha. That leaves Branks, Leona, and Tenorok on ship team. We're going to handle what they do for now.
One moment, though. Before I leave, can I comlink the ship team and ask them if they want coffees?
You can do that.
Yes.
Okay. Any other takers? All right. I will.
Yes.
I will
I
bring
want a
the
coffee.
Chiss a coffee.
Alright. Calves are 5 credits each.
Yep.
Very deliberately, Brinks is going to wait. We're going to go with a minute. Then call him back. Say, no. Actually, yeah. No, never mind. No.
We have calf
And
on
then
the
another
ship.
minute, you call him back. Yeah, I was like, give me one.
Yeah, I'll take an Alderano, 3 creams, 2 sugars.
Oh, God. God, Alderaan calf is now like fucking Starbucks bullshit.
Alderano is the equivalent of an Americano in the Star Wars
Mhm.
universe.
I feel like they might have renamed it, like after they decided that, everybody was terrorists on that planet.
I'll take it Alderaan style. I don't want coffee.
Knowing the
I thought that
Emperor-
meant all over
knowing
your
the
shirt.
Emperor, after they destroyed Alderaan, he would have forced them to change the name of the coffee back to an Alderaan.
They just throw the entire pot of coffee at you.
Alderaan style coffee. They pour your coffee into a styrofoam cup and then they crush it.
I will say, like, in universe, the jokes never end. It's like 9/11.
Oh god.
The equivalent of 52 pickup in Star Wars is like the is Alderaanian Pazak, which is when you dump the deck all over the place, and it just goes flying everywhere.
Punch him in the teeth for good measure.
It's just loads of shit like that.
So while everyone else is joking about Alderaan, Tix is going to pretend not to be amused, but on the inside, he's very amused.
I'll be right back.
It's funny because they were secessionists.
All right. I think it's Tenrock, Leona, and Branks on ship team. What are you guys doing?
I've got a toolkit and a slicer kit to contribute to cracking this computer open.
Interesting. You're not going to need the slicer kit, at least not yet. You're trying to fix the computers first.
Yeah.
All right. Is that what you're trying to do?
I don't have the brains for that, but someone else does.
Yeah.
I have the brains for it. You just guide me on how to do it. I have 4 greens, so what do I need to roll?
So, do any of you have any ranks in computers?
I have A rank.
Okay. You think with A rank you would know enough that... with that... Actually, no, you have tools. You're fine. I think... Does having the tools add a boost die? I think it does.
I'm back.
I did not see it. But
Actually, yeah, this would be the kind of thing that you would need a toolkit to do, so it doesn't for this. Having the right tools adds a boost die unless the tools are, like, required, and for this they are. So, yeah, it'll be a difficulty 4 computers check to see if you can get anything back from these.
Should probably use a light side point.
Might help. You would also need, like, a third computer to hook them up to like, do a data transfer with, although you think you could use a data pad for that as well. Alright, so I think one person... It's going to be the doctor rolling with 1 rank of computers. So, yellow, green, green, green.
Right, what's next?
The difficulty is
difficult?
4. 4 Ps.
4 purple?
4
Okay, what's
purple.
my force die?
No force die, just 4 purple.
Well, what about my light side die? What do I add that to?
Oh, that upgrades your side of the check once, so it'll be 2 yellow, 2 green, 4 purple. So you... How should I handle this? Well, you're not able to fix them. With a triumph, that should get you something good, though.
can we pull the memory part out of it and just shove the storage into another computer eventually?
Yes. You think that if you were to spend... It would take, like... You could use the same replacement parts for both, but you're able to get the storage out of each computer mostly intact, at least as intact as it is. And you think that if you were to buy, we'll call it 250 credits in computer parts, you could use that to sort of complete the architecture enough that you could potentially pull whatever's on there out of there. And if you do that, it will be easier the next time you attempt this. Doing that takes a while, though. That check was like an hour of work, easily.
Oh, is that enough time for the other team to get back?
Yeah, more than enough.
Well,
I
I
think-
bring the coffee.
Somebody else was doing something.
I think it was Brinks was just repairing his blaster.
Yeah, the difficulty is only 1 because its condition is just minor, and it won't cost you anything because you have replacement parts.
Okay, what am I supposed to roll?
Mechanics.
So just yellow, green?
Yellow, green, and 1 purple.
What happens if I fuck this up?
Nothing bad. Just means it'll, you'll lose the spare parts, but that's it. Yeah, you'll lose the spare parts.
So it's not a success, not a failure?
No, it's a failure. You need at least 1 success to succeed, otherwise you fail.
Ah, okay. Well, shit. What does that actually do?
Nothing. It just means your weapon is 1 state closer to being destroyed.
Your
Right.
weapon has
Like-
battle damage.
What does that do, though?
It means that if your weapon is damaged 2 more times, it will be destroyed.
Oh, so there's no, like, penalty to using it or anything?
No. It's
Okay.
just damaged, like, integrity-wise. It doesn't, like, affect its operation.
Okay.
I don't think anyway. Let me check the character sheet.
I mean, it
think
sort of
there's a chart for
implies. It implies on the character sheet that there is a like difficulty added on when the
Yeah,
weapons
Yeah,
are
I think I
damaged.
saw a
time.
chart.
No,
for
that's
that.
the difficulty to repair.
Ah,
What does it cost to get shit to get this repaired?
Let me look that up. That's somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, there is a penalty. It adds a setback to all of your attacks.
Good to know.
I don't like it. We should either fix or replace your weapon.
Agreed.
Actually, you know what? You generated 1 advantage. And what that normally does is it's minus 10% cost per advantage. So I will let you... Alright, how much does the thing cost? It's fucking...
Just random question.
Yeah.
How much universal compatibility is there between blaster parts?
Some, not a ton. It's like guns in real life.
Wasn't sure, given the fact that they all shoot Tabana gas that's been ignited
Mhm.
to plasma.
I mean, I feel like you're going to have a lot better if you're, if everything's from Blast Tech.
Yeah,
You'll
actually,
probably have a
that's...
slightly better chance than.
Yeah, that's true. The fact that you're not using, like, bullets that have to be a specific caliber and everything is, like, tooled specifically for that caliber, that does make it so that there's, like, more interchangeability than there is with guns in the real world. But there's still a good degree of variance as well.
Alright.
Let me do some math here.
I ask this leading question because with the ability to render down a blaster pistol, be able to assist?
Given that you have 2 of them, you know what? If you would like to spend your advantage on that instead of what I was going to give you, you could do that.
I
Which
mean,
would
what
be
were you...
better. I was
Okay.
just going to give you a discount. That would be probably more of a discount.
Yeah, in that case, I'll futz around with these spare parts here.
Oh, I have a blaster pistol. You can have 3 pistols worth of spare parts. I don't think that'll help you anymore, but it lets me take it off my sheet.
So I'm just going to say it would take, like, the blaster pistols that you find are different models, and by cannibalizing both of them, you're able to find enough to take off some of the cost of the repairs you would have to make, so that when you do successfully repair this weapon, it will cost 85 credits, or 10% of the weapon's base cost.
Swiggity swooty.
Alright. You can also just pay to have it repaired, but that's more expensive.
Yeah, I'd like to go buy the parts.
Mhm. I mean,
And then, fix it.
yeah, we're going to say that all of that repairing and getting coffee took like an hour, so you can go do that. And
Do
let's
you have to roll again? Or?
Yeah, you have to roll again.
Okay. So yellow. Do you guys mind if I burn a light side point?
Ah, go ahead.
I'll start
We
giving
got
them back later.
we have so many. Yeah.
I probably should have spent more in that combat encounter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to bail soon because I got to be up.
Yeah, we're probably not going to do a ton more today. If you guys want to investigate some of the stuff you found, we can do that, but I think that's probably going to be it after that.
So this is Y, green, green, purple?
It'll be yellow, yellow, 1 purple,
Oh, Y, yellow, yellow, 1 purple.
because you upgraded it once.
Ah, okay.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, apparently this Galar blaster carbine is just not liking the blast tech parts.
Yeah, you're, with 2 advantages, you're able to, you don't lose the parts this time. Just, well, you don't lose all of them. We'll say that knocks you up to, weird choice of phrasing. That will put it up to 128 credits. You lose, like, some of the parts.
Are you broke? Do you just need me to pay for your repairs?
What? No, I have money.
You haven't actually spent any money on this yet.
Wait, hold on. So I attempt to fix it, don't lose the parts, but don't succeed repairing it. But now the cost of repairs is 120.
You don't lose all of the parts, you lose some of them.
Okay.
Having those parts from the cannibalized pistols was saving you 15% of the cost, now it's only saving you 10.
Alright. Can I try again?
Yes.
Can someone help?
You could probably get the doctor to do it for you.
No, fuck that. At this point, it's a matter of principle.
Alright.
Yeah, but the doctor is smarter than you.
I mean, might as well spend another point.
Yeah, but at that point, why don't we just have you do all the rolls for us?
This is kind of sad.
Can I burn
Poor
another light side?
Mandalorian, just sitting in his little booth in the back of the ship, just tinkering and tinkering, crying to himself behind his mask.
Am I able to help him?
Jamming the... Yeah, you could help him. Someone could help him. God, somebody help this man.
No, they're busy working on their computer.
Not even
Fine.
from another Mandalorian.
Fuck it, fine.
Your pride's gonna be the death of you.
What, Pete? What is my pride? Not the death of me.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, use another point since we're ending soon and they're going away.
Yeah. I'll just double YP.
You get more than
Wait. Wasn't the other Mandalorian helping you? The boost die.
Well, wasn't the other
Yeah, you
Mandalorian
did have a
helping
boost
you?
die.
Oh, right.
Reroll all that.
Don't re-roll all of it. Just roll
Just
the
the
boost
boost
die.
die. Yeah.
Hey, he succeeds.
Yay, Birdman.
You are able to repair it. It costs you. It costs you 128 credits.
Just flip the
I'm just
USB cord upside
imagining-
down 3 times and it fits.
I'm just
Left is back
imagining
and
he's sitting there, just distraught. He drops something and he can't find it. Birdman walks in, steps right on it, and is like, "Oh,
Yeah, fucking lost the like a section of the I don't know, charge that used with the Tabana gas tank.
It looks a little fugly now, but it works.
It adds character.
Mm.
Yeah, don't worry, chicks dig scars.
Too bad he's wearing armor.
Yeah.
I was talking
Armor's
about
gonna
the
have
gun.
plenty of scars."
Oh God. I just got a really stupid idea in my head. Mandalorian male stripper. It's all the male stripper stuff, but that with the helmet still on.
Mandalorian field stripper. It's just taking his weapon apart. Alright.
Mandalorians, is there really a difference?
Now that is over with,
The sad and tragic tale of part incompatibility.
wait, did you spend another Destiny point?
Yes.
Okay, and then you rolled yellow, yellow, purple, but then you rolled yellow, yellow, purple again.
I think we need to use another. I think
Yeah,
we need to get marked
You
off.
should be down to 1. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, I think they did it twice.
Oh shit!
Oh, alright, nobody do anything.
Do I get an upgrade out of that?
There we go.
So, if we get all the way to dark side, does that mean somehow the Emperor is back?
No.
Somehow, the Emperor has returned. Somehow.
Mhm.
Young fool.
Somehow.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
We understand nothing. They never explain.
No, they explained. Somehow.
Okay, now that you're done repairing your blaster, after much trial and tribulation,
And flipping the USB upside down 3 times because they
Look
exist
so
in the
long the
4th dimension.
coffee's cold.
yep. I mean, you've probably drank the coffee by now.
He tried to use the coffee for one of those failed repairs.
Coffee got spilled on it.
Oh no.
All
what are
right.
you doing?
No more calf in the engine room.
That should have been a rule from day one.
Well, actually, it's like 1 a.m. We should probably just call it here.
Yeah.
All
we
right,
can do
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for playing.
Yep. That was good. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Thank you for